sure I got. All right. So this shit should be live now. Yes, we are live. How do I invite people? Happy New Year's.
Can we drink our cider now?
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah.
Where does it tell me if there are people even in here? Don't know. All right, learn how to moderate your broadcast by controlling your guests, microphones, and cameras. All right. Cameraman, capture, screen share, chat, group chat. All right. What the fuck is the add people? I don't want to add apps. I want to add people. So let's invite. I don't even know. Let's put it public. Here we go. Well, hopefully, if anybody gets interacting silly, I can just kick them out, right? Did it invite or did it not invite? Oops, try again. What was it? All right, maybe that's why I couldn't do it. Invitation posted.
Love you, Daddy.
Love you too. How do I put it on there? That's what I want to know. Like, how do I invite people to the actual group? It's been so long since I've done a fucking Google Hangout. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm looking at Twitter though. I know there's plenty of people in the house on New Year's. Just wait around, see if anybody shows up. One watching now. Who is watching now? I hate that you can't see the fucking, like, the chat list on here. Like of who's in here. All right. I didn't like set this up or anything like in advance or no shit like that, so don't know if I'm gonna be able to get anybody in here yet. We'll have to see. Anybody wants to tell me how can be invited to this thing?
Daddy, you want a cup?
No.
Okay.
No fake alcohol. I probably should have started this a little earlier because a lot of people right now are just on Twitter like Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's. And I don't remember how to specifically invite anybody. And where will they pop up on the screen? I think it used to be on the bottom, and then when they talk, it will go big. Oh, it's so confusing. Invite people. Let's see if this works. Who are some people on Twitter I know I can invite and hang out with? No. See, that sucks. I gotta know exactly. Sad because I don't remember. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, no people's fucking. Alright. 86. Let's see if we can put it in there this way. There he is. These are just long shots. I'm just gonna just invite some people that may come. Yeah, what up? What up? I'm really not doing nothing, Still Curtain. I'm just trying to figure out how to invite some people to this chat or whatever. Nope, it's. I hate when I don't know how to spell someone's YouTube name. And I don't know how to get to it right off the hand. There we go. Who else can I invite in here? Like I said, I kind of just figured I would do this. I didn't really set anything up or anything like that to be like, oh, let me get some people in there earlier, nothing like that, like a dummy. So now I'm like, who can I invite? No, it's the wrong person. So I'm just typing people I think maybe you're on. I see on Twitter. Yeah, the YouTube watch page you're talking about? Or are you talking about this? This Google Hangouts / blah blah blah, all that shit. Or it says that page is accessing my camera. Whoa. So I don't know. Link the HTML at the top of the Google Hangout. I don't see an HTML. When I go scroll up to this one, it comes down and says that it's using my microphone and camera or some bullshit. Yeah, it'd be easy as fuck if it just said, here, use this link to invite people to the actual hangout. Cameraman, screen share, chat. And see, I don't know what's going to happen if I click on one of these fucking things. Let me click on that. Eject bad actors. Okay, whatever that was. Control room, but... Oh, you add the control room right here. Got you. What is that? It says I have 4 viewers, but I don't know how to invite people into the fucking chat thing. I have not used this thing for a long, long time. The only way I see is it says invite people. Oh, share the permalink, bookmark, and come back anytime. Is that what you're talking about? Let's try that. Maybe that's what it is. We'll just tweet that. See what it does. Yep. There we go. It's on Twitter now. The new channel is not coming along like I would like it to come along, but I mean, I can't complain. Got about 40 subs on there, and I think every video has gotten 30 to 50 views at least. So view to sub count is good, but I'd like to get that up there a little bit. I'd like to get up to, like, you know, right now my goal on that channel sub wise is probably like 500 to 1,000. Views, on the other hand, I have a lot higher expectations because some of those videos are going to just do whatever, like 50, 100 views, 200 views. But then I'm hoping that a few of those videos here and there, like maybe 1 out of 10, get like 10, 20,000 views. We'll see. We'll see. It's all about timing, luck, and that kind of silly shit. Let me see. Let me tweet it. I don't know what's going on right now, but I can't. I need to do like the CC cleaner or something. When I right click and do like, I can't hit copy or paste, and I have to do the old-fashioned paste. It just started irritating me. Started doing this shit today. Well, if I don't get anybody in here, it's gonna be boring as fuck, ain't it? Who else? Like I said, I got 4 people in here. I'm trying to figure out who the hell is in here. Because unlike Twitch, it does not tell you who is in here. It just says how many people are watching. Or is there a way to see? Nope, there's no way to see. Oh, by the way, if you are in here and you're going to be in here, drop a like down there so it shares it out to Twitter. Ooh, I got a thumbs down. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't have naked chicks and I'm not turning up right now. I'm trying to fucking think of who the hell I can get to come in here. I originally was going to do this through Skype, but yeah, I don't know. There's so many people tweeting right now. It's hard to figure out. But yeah, evidently there's no way to see who's in here, and I don't really know a good way to invite people. I invited people on Twitch, I know there are people at home, but you know, there's so many tweets going out that the possibility for anyone that I know that would come and join the chat will see this are pretty slim. I'm going to invite a couple people that probably aren't going to come, but it'd be nice to see them. Who else?
What's good, Cinematic?
Yo, what up?
Yeah, not much.
I don't think you got your camera on. Hold on.
Yeah. Look like shit, man. I'm sick.
There you go. Hold on one second. Let me, I gotta fix something here because I can't hear you. Let's see. How do I adjust my sound? I got my sound on down there. I might have to get my headset too. What the fuck is the audio settings? Oh, hold on. Say something now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
It's not coming through there. Settings, default, turn it to this. That should be right. Alright. Alright, so now I muted you. And I selected my inbox. What else is there? It's got to be the inbox. Oh, you know what? I bet you I got to turn my volume up. There it is there. Settings, default, turn it to this. That should be right. There we go. I did not mute you, and it's telling me I muted you. Or did you mute it? Alright, it's not muted. Yo, say something real quick still, Curtin. Let me see if I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now. A little bit. A little bit. Let me go get my headset because it's gonna come through the speakers and then go back to my mic. Get my little League of Legends out. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get anybody else in the chat yet. I'm tweeting it out, but I'm trying to figure out people I know that I can tweet it out to specifically. Like I tweeted it to Jimmy and Snacks and some people, but they're probably out somewhere. There's a lot of people that are staying at home tonight, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I turn this up to the headphones. That should work right there. I'm thinking I should hear you now and not hear it come out of the speakers. I hate that people are watching and nobody's talking in the chat room.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're not actually... Well, no, they have to be logged on to be counted as a viewer.
Oh,
Right,
man.
so you just said something I didn't hear. Shit. So something's...
Do you not hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, I mumbled. Sorry about that.
No, it's cool. I also wasn't hearing it because when I plugged it in, I didn't plug the damn thing in all the way at first. All right, so I got all this shit set up now. So now I just got to figure out who. Derek said he's watching porn. He's got to get the new year started right. Who in the hell do I know? And I know a couple people that might be around that I can get in here. You know, it probably would have been a lot better if I would have tweeted this shit out like 2 hours ago that I was going to do it. blah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Everyone has their own things today.
There's a lot of people tweeting though, so I mean they're.
No, yeah, definitely. A lot of people that don't want to go out drunk.
Now, when you're talking about copying the link, you're talking about go to invite and there's the link at the top.
Oh, I'm talking about the link on top of the browser.
Okay, yeah, I think that's what I tweeted out. I just tweeted out from a different spot.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Because when I clicked on it myself on my other browser over on my other screen, it popped up and said, "Join. You're about to join the Google Hangouts."
Yeah.
Sitting around here.
Breaking news buffet.
Yeah, it's the new channel. It's
Yeah, I've seen some videos on it. The Gizzard Squad.
Yeah,
Little kids are being tracked by the FBI now.
Yeah, but the thing is those little kids are, well, they're about, I bet they're probably 16 to 20.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
But that's why they make fake accounts to be the Lizard Squad. Like, they don't make real accounts. But the thing about them is, dude, like, I don't understand how their IPs can't be tracked from those. Like, if I made...
Oh, no, if someone, like, if you got someone who's a real hacker to, you know, say, find this person, they're going to find them. They're just kids. I doubt they have anything extra to back them up security-wise.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm sure that they have fake IPs or...
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't doubt they're using proxies
but
and everything else.
But still, what most of these, what the FBI does is they'll go, they got narcs, they got fucking, hold on.
Well, yeah, the FBI already arrested 2 people.
Yeah, but I think the 2 people they arrested, one of them's not actually a member.
Yeah, one of them was an actual person, but the other one, they're saying was a fall person.
Right. What'll happen is, see what the FBI and the CIA, what the motherfuckers like to do is they've got people they've already busted that now work for them that probably could out-hack any of these new little hackers. So
yeah, you ever
they
seen
really
Catch
want
Me If You
them,
Can?
huh?
You ever seen Catch Me If You Can?
Yeah. That's a great movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they'll eventually. Oh shit! I'm gonna have to go upstairs a second. Or no, it's right over there. They'll eventually get somebody to find out who they are for them if they really want them.
Well, yeah, they'll find them if they try. And what's interesting is some of them came out on interviews on TV showing their face. All that other shit. It's retarded.
Right. I like waffles and muffins. Yo, YH section. I'm trying to get more people in the hangout, but this was all last minute, so.
2-year-old shoots mother at Walmart. What?
Yeah, that just happened like yesterday or something.
That sounds fucked up.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with the new channel. I got ideas, but I don't know, like, you know, some people are like, oh, you shouldn't cuss in those videos, which I know, I'm going to tell you, the reason I made that channel is because on this channel and my Cinematic Raps channel, I have news videos that are anywhere from 8,000 to 70, 100,000 views. I have a few of them, and it's all about putting it out at the right time with the right title.
Yeah, Mr. Coney 2012, man, huh?
Yeah, that almost has 1 million views. It'll never hit 1 million because the only way that's going to hit 1 million is if all of a sudden Joseph Coney's in the news real big again. Then it'll pick back up.
Yeah, I know.
It really died off because the problem with that kind of stuff is, I'm just going to be completely honest. I named, somebody told me to make a video about it. They sent me to the Coney 2012 video. I think the Coney 2012 video had about 300,000 views. It was less than a day being put up on YouTube and already had like 300,000 views. So I said, I watched the video, dude, and the first thing I thought in my head was, this is a scam. Yo, what up, Solomon? I don't speak that language, but hello. All I can get is the hola and the Argentina. That means a place, Argentina. But yeah, so I just went and said, to me, it seems like a scam. And I just looked at their video and titled my video Coney 2012 just like theirs, and put a couple tags in it and put the video up. I actually was mad after I put the video up because I put it up. As soon as I hit publish, it published, and started getting like hundreds of views. Like it broke the 300 view count in like 10 minutes, and I was like, fuck. Because I was sitting there going, man, I want to redo the video. I left some stuff out. I didn't actually say I thought it was a, you know, a scam or anything. I was just saying that, you know, one point of view of it, when I actually didn't put anything in there about it, me thinking it was a scam and yada yada. And then a couple weeks later, people started realizing that a lot of it was a scam.
Yeah.
And I mean, the thing about stuff like that is, you know, is Joseph Kony a bad person? Probably. Like, has he done some bad things? Yeah. Has he did some of the things they were talking about? Yes. But I could have made that video and said, you know, hey, I was just in Uganda and this guy was killing kids and I wanted to stop him, so donate money to me so we can go stop him and then keep all that money. Because you only, as a charity period, you only have to. Greetings from Argentina.
And it really didn't help what he did after.
I don't even know where Argentina. I know kind of where Argentina is. That's how bad my like map awareness period is. I know it's far the fuck away from me though. I'll tell you that much. Argentina. Where is Argentina? It's in
Waffles and
Chile.
muffins. I do not understand what they say.
That's sad. I got to pull up a map to see exactly. So it's in between Africa and here, correct? The map won't let me scale down enough. That's crazy. That's why I love YouTube, man. You find you meet people all around the world.
Yeah, that's just online in general.
So you're in the. I'm assuming he's in the stream, but he doesn't understand what we're saying.
I guess.
Okay. Well, that's cool because I don't understand the first thing that he said until he's. I can't speak in Spanish. I don't know Spanish.
I only know some things, man, that I remember. I don't remember a lot. That's just the back of my memory.
I worked at a Chinese restaurant for about 6 months because my best friend's old lady was working there, and they needed some help. So she was like, "Can you come help me for a couple months and be a waiter at this restaurant?" I was like, "Sure." And I got there, and I'm thinking, "Oh man, the owner and his wife are Chinese. Hopefully they speak English." And they did. They spoke English. But then I went to the kitchen, and it was all like I think it was six guys, and they were all Mexican. And they spoke English, but
that makes sense.
They spoke English, but they had asked me to like to do some shit with their cell phones and stuff. So I had to go in there and figure out. Like I couldn't figure out. Everything was in Spanish. So I used to fuck with them all the time. I would use Google Translate and say stuff and translate into Spanish, and then go in the kitchen and say crazy shit to them.
Yeah, that shit doesn't translate that great. Or translates properly, just doesn't translate into the actual phrase.
Hold on, let me tell this guy.
Just give it word for word. Stop licking yourself, dog.
I'm assuming he can speak or type English because he typed in English. Hold on. What is it? No. Is it Hablo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stop.
I probably didn't even put that right.
Stop.
That's about the most Spanish I know.
Stop.
So I would assume in some places it's already way past New Year's. Like it's like a day past.
Oh yeah, in Australia it's I think it's afternoon or something. Past midday.
My shit just went off there. I'm trying to see on Twitter. Occupy the translator. What does that mean?
I think I know what you should do, Cinematic.
What's that?
You should become the next Keemstar.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like I was doing news videos before Akeem started doing it.
I was doing that shit too.
He took it to a whole different way, which I didn't even think to. It's not that I didn't think to do it. I did news on gaming stuff, like.
Well, he took it in the way of TMZ.
Right,
It's
right.
just like, he's just, I don't know, he's an asshole, but he's not a bad guy.
Yeah, I've known Keem for a few years now.
Yeah.
When he started doing that, I facepalmed myself because, for the most part, I was doing news, like news articles.
Yeah, same.
And then I would throw in like beef on YouTube and stuff, but I never like made a huge deal about it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, what he's doing right now, it's not hard to do, but there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work involved for him to be able to do that shit every fucking day. He has to like, I guarantee you, he has to spend 6 hours just like lurking through people's Twitters, seeing what's going on, and then he
It
probably.
sounds boring.
Well, he probably also has a lot of people that do that for him.
Oh yeah, he has people tweeting him out shit. He goes through that, definitely. I know he does that.
But yeah, I don't know.
He couldn't get through everything himself.
Yeah, I don't think I could keep up with that personally. I mean, I could actually, I mean, to be honest though, like I've said here before, I've made 13, 14 videos in like an hour just sitting there like making videos. So if I had all the information ready to go, I could probably do all that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of things I want to do on the news channel. The reason I'm not like spamming videos on it right now is because I can't get things to work the way I want. Like for one, I need to wash the sheet, dry it real quick, and hang it back up. There's wrinkles and stuff in it, and it makes it really hard. Every time I set up the green screen, I gotta reset it up, and then I have little shit glittering and shit. A couple of the videos I put around, if you really pay attention, like around my head and shit, there'll be like sparkles. It looks like.
There's always stuff like that with green screen. You can always tell people it's.
Yeah, but
you see around the creases, just around the like fingers. It's just whenever you're moving, that's when you can see it the most.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
well, I know when I turn to the side, like my glasses sometimes, since they're so dark right there, to like glitter and shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever get it perfect, but if I've seen some better ones on YouTube. To be honest though, my green screen only cost me $2.50, so I can't really complain about it.
That's not bad.
I bought the sheet. It's a twin sheet. It was $5 at Walmart, and when I got to the cash register, it rang up for $2.50. The current light that I'm using is a $10 light from Walmart that I bought like 3 years ago that was just sitting in the back corner, like in a closet, not even being used. I mean, upgrade-wise, I could add some. I really don't need to get another sheet. This one will work fine. I just need to get maybe later on get some better lighting. I heard that makes it look a lot better.
Yeah.
But
it
I
doesn't
mean,
really matter what kind of sheet you use, as long as it's smooth and the lighting works with whatever you're doing.
Right. I doubt it'll come, but like I said, I don't really know what a lot of people are doing.
Yeah, I'm stuck in my house sick with 2 dogs and 2 cats. It's boring as shit.
You're stuck in your house with 2 dogs.
And 2 cats.
Where the hell's everybody else at?
Getting drunk.
See, I actually got some alcohol, but I don't really drink, so
I don't really
drink. I probably won't drink. I don't even know if I can drink on this camera anyways, because, you know, YouTube sometimes is funny. Yo, what up, Bryson, dude? I was going to game on Twitch, but then I was like, I thought this was a cooler idea. But then I didn't even think that, you know, it'd be hard to get people in here to chat. I mean, I don't even care who comes in the chat. Subscribers, other commentators, whatever, but I just started it up and to see how it worked, and then I was like, oh shit, I need to invite people, and now it's like, okay, I don't know who's home, I don't know, because I got people tweeting, and then they tweet 5 minutes later, and they're like, I'm stuck at work, and I'm like, yeah, well, that's why they ain't coming, so.
Yeah.
And then I highly doubt. I just invited Jab Turkey. I highly doubt he's gonna come. I mean, I've hung out with Jab before on Xbox 360 back in the day and shit. Xbox One when I first got one.
360.
Dude, I'm stuck on the Xbox 360 right now because I can't afford a damn Xbox One.
You know, I need to stop spending money.
I need.
And there goes my laptop.
I paid $500 for it because I had a $50 gift card for GameStop to pay for the tax. Actually, I paid after tax. I paid $550 for that with Ghost. It was when Ghost had just came out or whatever, I guess.
Yeah, that shit game.
And then in February I lost my well, I didn't lose my job. I quit my job, and because of medical issues or whatever.
Yeah, you had told me all this.
Right. And then my phone broke, and that's what fucked me up.
Yeah.
And now I don't even hardly use the damn phone, but I still gotta have it because every time I leave my house and leave my kids at home, I have to have a way for them to be able to call me or whatever.
That's important.
Yeah, but it kicks me in my ass every day when I'm sitting there thinking I could be playing the Xbox One.
I haven't even been playing mine recently.
To be honest, I mean, I got a couple guys. I got about 4 or 5 guys that I play with on the 360 that I don't know. They don't do YouTube or anything like that, but I've known them for about a year or two now. And like they're like friends. Like they hang out. Like they don't hang out in real life, but they like text and talk and shit. And other than them, though, the only person that I think I've played with lately is Joker. But Joker has a damn he has an Xbox One and barely plays it. So I mean, if I went and bought an Xbox One today, I know I wouldn't have to worry about not playing with him because he's already got one. But the other guys, they're like, I'm like, you guys need to get Xbox One, and they're like, it'd probably be a couple years, and I'm like, huh. As soon as I get one, I don't think I'll be playing with you.
It's like they kept slashing the price and just. It was literally for the Xbox One, because I'm in Canada, and it's like like on Boxing Day. Literally, they were giving away, or not really giving away, but they had the Xbox One with the Kinect with 3 games for $350, and I'm like, wow. Plus a year of gold.
Oh shit! I didn't know you had 25,000 subs.
They're basically pushing that shit. Yeah, man, I've been doing YouTube for a long time.
Yeah, so have I, but you would not want to see what my YouTube channel house.
Oh no, I've been following you for a long time. Keep telling you go back to rap.
That doesn't work, dude. I'm telling you. I promise you. Go look at the video views.
Even a video I did like 4 years ago. I put one of your songs on it, and I got a copyright.
Did you? What song was it? And
I don't know. I think it's like it goes like whatever goes around or something. That's how it starts.
Oh, it was probably a mixtape track, dude. The mixtape tracks are like jacked.
Oh yeah, it might have been, yeah.
I've gotten lucky, and they haven't ever struck me for any of those. But
yeah.
Actually, I think what I did, to be honest, did you take the song off YouTube and put it back up, or did you get it from me and put it over?
Oh, that was a long time. I just took the song.
Okay. Yeah.
You want to change the pitch.
Yep, I changed the pitch so little that you can't really tell that I changed it, but when I put it on YouTube, it doesn't pick it up.
Yeah, it's like with most things now. It's like if you're going to do a parody or you're going to do anything, change the pitch.
Yeah, even on parodies, because
even if it's fair use, they're going to try to come at you for no reason.
Well, I'll tell you something funny, and I've only had it happen twice, but I've seen a bunch of my friends have it happen a lot, where there's no music, dude. Like, there are people on YouTube that copyright claim people's shit.
Oh yeah.
Just to see if you'll appeal it, because if you don't appeal it, then they win. So you got
all that false flag bullshit.
What up, Steve C? Yeah, dude, it's
Tacos,
YouTube is funny now because like I said, that there's people that are like, oh, if I copyright claim this and the guy doesn't know any better, he'll sit back and think for a while, man, did I put something copyrighted in there? I don't want to lose my channel.
Yeah, I was like,
won't appeal it.
I got a copyright strike. or not strike, but I got a copyright notice the other week on a reaction, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And it was just like, I think like 2 seconds. So I said, whatever, and I just removed the sound because YouTube, I don't know, YouTube has been stupid. They don't really respond, and they take their sweet ass time.
Well, you gotta think they got, I think what is it, like 400 billion minutes a day going up worth of videos or some crazy shit.
No, yeah, they don't respond to anything.
I just don't like the way that they flag stuff because sometimes they do it and they're wrong. And then like I had a 6-month copyright strike on my channel because of a thumbnail.
Copyright or
It was, I don't know exactly what it was. It was just a strike, but it was for a thumbnail, and it was I did a video. It was about like one of the oldest women in the world died, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a news video, so I did the news video about her, and she had a picture. You know, they had pictures up all over the internet of her, so I just went and took one and I put it up. And what happened is I got flagged because people said that I was misleading people with the thumbnail, and I said, "How am I misleading people? I'm talking about the lady. I put a picture of her up." Now, if I would have went and did the gaming shit that people do, where I would have put a picture of her up with some text or something, they couldn't have really said as much. But
oh yeah, the text is fine. It's like as long as you make it clear what you're showing, it's not like it.
Right. Well, here's what they said. Google actually, or Machinima actually contacted them for me, and came back and told me that I got the copyright strike for misleading thumbnail, and that because people were saying that since the old picture was of the old lady, they expected her to be in the video. And I said, well, that's not even something like oldest woman alive, 108 dies or something, you know, some shit like that. And it was in the news section.
Yep.
And that's exactly what CNN and all their YouTube channels do.
It's like anything like any news channels basically. They have whatever they're describing in the thumbnail.
The funny
sometimes there's text, sometimes there's not.
That video only got like 800 to 1,000 views probably, and I got a strike out of it. And I got plenty of videos up that got 30,000, 50,000. And some of them, I've even just jacked thumbnails straight from the news thing that I'm putting on, because I always link the news thing in there anyway. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's crazy. I know these fools are not all out doing something. Somebody's around here. The only person that messaged me back on Twitter, I think, was Derek, and he said that he was watching porn, which he probably is doing something else.
This guy
Jimbo said he's streaming, which
is he?
Yeah, he's streaming South Park.
Oh, that game was epic.
Twitch channel. And see, I actually seen that. I missed out on that. I should have bought that and like.
Oh, you missed out on it? That sucks.
I should have bought that and did a whatever you call it.
Let's play
or whatever, because that game looks silly as fuck when I went and.
It is. It's fun. It's like I'm a big South Park fan, so I got down day one. I was waiting for that shit. And yeah.
Go ahead. I was gonna say
Yeah, it's good.
I used to watch South Park, but I'm not a huge fan. I like some of their stuff. To me, after I watched it for about 6 to 8 months, I've seen enough. I can watch it and it's okay, but that's just like Family Guy. I catch Family Guy here and there.
You call him a Family Guy. Ah, that's horrible.
Family Guy's funny.
No, fuck no. The best thing about Family Guy is Brian. And I still find it funny that they killed him off and brought him back.
Yeah, see, I didn't watch that far. I didn't watch it that far. I've only seen maybe like a couple parts of a couple seasons. I've seen it maybe 30, 40 episodes altogether. But I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of TV like that. To be honest, the biggest thing I watch on TV is probably The Walking Dead. I watched Breaking Bad. I didn't watch Breaking Bad or The Walking Dead. Let's see, I didn't start watching The Walking Dead till season 3. And what I did was, when season 3 was like halfway through, I'm a big zombies fan, and everybody's like, you gotta watch The Walking Dead. And I was like, whatever, I don't watch TV shows. So then I seen it on Netflix, seasons 1 and 2, so I binge watched them.
Yeah.
And then I went online and caught up to season 3, and then I watched season 3 till now, like every week when it came on. And I I love the show, but it's not really irritating. But I can't. I'm not satisfied when I watch it on TV.
No?
What I do is when season 5, like for instance, when season 5 ends this year,
Mm-hmm.
what I'll do is I'll go back and watch season 1 through 5 all together, like in a 3 or 4 day period, like just 12, 15 hours a day.
Yeah, I've done that.
Because I enjoy the show better watching it like a movie. Like having to wait every week, I forget little things, and
Yeah.
it's exciting to have to wait for it, but then it's not as exciting after you watch it, because then it's like, fuck, what happened last week?
Yeah, the
I'll
main
go back and
things, the only things I really watch on TV anymore are, let's see, starting back up this week, next week, I don't know, Gotham,
Yeah, I've
American
seen.
Horror Story, the NFL, sports, hockey, football.
Yeah, see, I watch
Yeah,
football sometimes. I mainly watch the Redskins every week though, but I mean I do watch other games sometimes. Uh, yeah, Breaking Bad, I binge watched that whole thing. I only caught the last season live, which was good. It made the show better. The Walking Dead, I've been watching Z Nation. If you like the zombie perspective as kind of
Yeah,
less serious, then it's pretty funny.
I don't know, I couldn't really get into Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Well, I didn't like it. I watched the first episode, like 5 minutes of it, 3 times, 4 times, and shut it off. Then I tried
It's
to watch the
like-
second episode, and I was like, I don't like this shit. And then all of a sudden, like my best friend kept telling me, dude, he's like, sit down through the first 5 episodes and just watch them all the way through.
I was
So I
like,
did it.
yeah, I try to watch that. It's alright. It's just not my kind of thing.
Well, I mean, I don't do meth, but
Like, Walking Dead, it's a good show, but I've seen way too much show with zombies lately. And oh god, what's this other show?
I'm
Oh
a
yeah,
zombie
and
addict.
Game of Thrones.
Never watched it.
Fuck no. It's just I keep telling people that's just HBO's excuse to show porn on television.
To be honest, Game of Thrones, I don't know how good it is or not, because I watched like 10 minutes of an episode, and the first thing I thought of is they made 300 into a TV show. And
Yeah,
I just,
exactly.
I might watch it eventually, because like I said, what I do now is I don't really watch shows, because I didn't watch TV shows for a long, long time, because I don't really get into them most of the time, because it used to be TV shows were mostly like sitcoms, and
Yeah.
to me they didn't run concurrent. Like one episode doesn't have to have anything to do with the next one, so I didn't get into them.
Oh, you don't like that?
Nah, not as much. I like it when the shit goes together like a movie. So then, after getting into The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad, I went through Netflix, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna find some stuff that's on like that's got a whole series out. I'm gonna binge watch them.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched about 3 different ones, like 4 or 5 episodes a piece, and was like, eh. And then I ran into one called Revolution, and I liked it. I watched the whole first season, and I was like, this show's pretty good.
That got canceled, didn't it?
Yep. I watched it live for the second season, and then at the season finale for the second season, which doesn't really end anything, it's like, it's not supposed to be the end of the show.
Yeah, it's.
And then they came on and said, oh, the show's been dropped.
That's been pissing me off lately. It's like throughout the last decade, even more than that, every good television show, it's like if it's good, it gets canceled. If it's crap, they keep it going.
Well, that's why I told myself a lot of shows I'm not going to watch anymore. The only other TV series that I've watched that is still ongoing or that just started, I did watch about 5 episodes of Gotham, and I thought it was good, but now I'm like, I haven't watched the last 3 or 4 because I'm going to let the whole first season go and then I'll sit down and watch it all. But The Strain, I sat down one night and watched the whole Strain first season, I think like 12 or 13 episodes, like 13 hours straight or some shit. And I thought it was pretty good. So I'll probably watch the second season of that. I don't know, there's so many TV series out there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, everybody keeps telling me to watch The League.
I don't know, people keep telling me to watch some, people keep telling me to watch Arrow.
Arrow, yeah, that's one my sister's boyfriend watches. And I'm like, when he started talking about it, and then he was like, yeah, I like Walking Dead, but I'm not really into zombies. I'm more like vampires and stuff. And I was like, I was like, yeah, I like vampire movies. I don't like vampire shows really. So
Shows. Ugh. There's no good vampire shows, man. They're all
well,
basically chick flicks.
yeah, and he
Just
said
made
that.
into television.
I think he said Arrow wasn't vampires, but it was that type of show, and I was like, nah, I think I'll skip it.
It doesn't make sense.
It'll be on Netflix eventually, so I'm really big into sci-fi shit. And see, they don't have like that's something else that pissed me off too. Like one of my favorite sci-fi movies is Stargate, and I watched that movie, and then they had Stargate SG-1 come out.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh shit, and I like turned it on, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is not what I expect to see. Then they came out with the Stargate mini movies, or like the 2-hour movies, or 1.5-hour movies, whatever. And I was like, what is this bullshit? They copied off the TV show and not the movie. The movie was way better than the TV show to me. And I just didn't understand it because, you know, when I watched as a kid, when I watched Star Wars, the movies were just like the fucking TV show. I mean, they were an extension from it, so it pissed me off. So I stick to watching the movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I just seen that Bryson posted it. Yes, I'm definitely not a meth head. Don't do any drugs. Don't have any aspirations of making drugs and selling them. But that's what made me like Breaking Bad so much, because the way that I couldn't get, it took me a while to get past the first 3 episodes, but once I started watching it, about the 6th episode, I was hooked. I didn't like Jesse Pinkman at first. I thought he was annoying, but I ended up liking him towards the end. But dude, the guy who plays what does he call himself? Heisman, or not Heisman, whatever he calls himself. You guys know, Walt. That dude, I thought, killed it. And then the Cuban/black guy, I forget his name, but he's a really good actor too. He was in Revolution also. That's how I found Revolution. But
That's smart.
the funny thing is that the blonde-headed chick in Revolution, you said you've seen Revolution, right?
Yeah, a couple times.
The daughter, the hot blonde chick.
Mm-hmm.
My old lady watches corny-ass shit upstairs. She was watching fucking the Lifetime Movie Network, that little chick channel. And that chick was like 16 years old in Lifetime Movie Network movies. And I was up there like, yeah, she's hot. And she's like 16. I was like, not anymore. She's on a fucking TV show. She's like 20-something. Let me get some of my cigarettes. Hold on a second.
That's a bit weird, man. That's a bit weird.
So I was going to say, since nobody else is coming right now and you're in here, and you do actually watch my videos, correct?
Yeah. I just saw the new one. I didn't see it.
And I know Bryson watches some of my videos. I'm getting ready to post a video up about this, but like I'm really trying to figure out. I don't think my channel's never gonna blow up like White Boy 7th Street or Woody's Gamer Tag or nothing, or Thunderstruck.
I don't know. It's like, I myself, like, when it comes to things like with, depending on what you're doing, so say like gaming, I think there's a few times where I could have blown up. One was back with GTA 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was the 4th person in the world to 100% the game because I went no life when the game came out.
Right.
Yeah, I had people like, you ever heard of like Lispy Jimmy? Like all these people. It was like when their channels were like a lot smaller. And like just all these people asking me for the content I had because I had stuff like UFOs, all this stuff. It's like, if you got, like, associated with some games, if you go with like how you see, when you're watching walkthrough channels, right? They're normally going for games that are AAA and that just came out. And the reason because of that is because that's where, you know, people are looking for new stuff. You do have people looking for old games, but it's just in their mind, I'm going to go for the AAA title and I'm going to put the content out fast.
Oh yeah, dude. The most successful thing on my channel, like as a whole thing, a lot of people would say, "Oh, you're a Call of Duty commentator. That's what you do," which I do. I mean, I love Call of Duty because I can just talk over it. But the most successful project on my channel, period, was Mortal Kombat, I think 14. And actually, my buddy Josh, he was like, "Hey, are you getting Mortal Kombat 14?" I was like, "Dude, I ain't played Mortal Kombat since Mortal Kombat 3." Like, I'm telling you, dude. He was like, "I promise you, this stuff's banned in like Australia already and a couple other places."
Australia bans everything.
And he was like, "You need to go get it with me, and we need to pump out videos." So I was like, "Dude, I suck at those fatalities." And he was like, "I can do all the fatalities." So I was like, "All right, here's what we'll do. I'll go play the whole story mode, and you go capture all the fucking fatalities, and then we'll trade."
Yeah,
so we both upload them. So what I did was I spammed out 40 videos for Mortal Kombat in like less than a week. And
yeah, they did good.
Yeah, they all started out with like 1,000 views, but they still get me like 1,000 views a piece every month. Like, not
That's
every
okay.
one of them, but they get me like, I'd say the minimum is like 200 views a month, and then the maximum is like 2,000 views a month.
It's because
Every
like
single month.
that was the fatalities, right?
No, some of the story mode, I don't know if it still does, but some of the story mode got up there.
Well, things like also like fatalities are something that's not just directly towards the story itself or just how to complete it. People also look for things like tutorials,
Yep.
like like things like that. Fatalities is something like just it's something interesting.
Right.
Because I know a video of mine recently I did last month for Pokemon. The new one has done really good because I was the first person. I don't think I was the first person to find it out, but just because for Ditto, I put something out there how to find them in the game because it's not easy to find, and that itself has done good because it's something what people are looking for. Same thing goes with the fatalities.
Definitely. But I tell you another thing, like see, I know how people blew up on YouTube. I know people that had less subs than me that passed me up and blew me out of the water, and I know how they did it. And I also know bigger. I used to, dude, I fell out with Woody's Gamertag, but I used to have Woody on Skype, and I had probably at least 20 conversations with that guy that were an hour plus long, if not 2 hours. And he actually told me a lot of stuff, like behind the scenes stuff. So I mean, I know a lot about YouTube. It's just that I can't do some of the stuff that some of it's based on luck, and I'm not gonna say okay, like let me.
Oh yeah.
Like my buddy Nappy Boy 92, King Nappy. I knew him when he had no subs really, and I didn't have a lot of subs myself. I had a few thousand or whatever, and I watched him almost, I mean, not quit YouTube, but I watched him get frustrated with YouTube just like I get frustrated with YouTube. And all he did was, he said, "I'm not doing fucking Call of Duty anymore. I'm going to try Pokemon," because he played Pokemon too. And that was the turning point for his channel. He started Pokemon, hooked up with 2 or 3 other Pokemon people that had a decent following, and blew the fuck up.
Yeah, and the thing that like just like with Pokemon or any other thing, what kind of is it's irritating sometimes, is like when you build yourself on one specific game, people tend to go to your channel for one specific game. Like take White Boy 7th Street for example. When he stopped, playing Call of Duty or posting Call of Duty, a lot of his subscribers started, not watching it because they were there for Call of Duty.
Right, but see, well, here's the thing with that though. That's not necessarily true.
Oh yeah, it's not always.
Take you to a bunch of channels. Here's the problem with what people think. Like people think right now, oh, White Boy 7th Street, Woody's Gamertag, Minnesota Burns, Thunderstruck, Chaos Silencer, all these guys that are million range. I could go to the other guys that are big, but I mean, those are just the guys I know of their channels somewhat. They're falling off. They're not getting views anymore. And if you really look, there's a problem with YouTube now. Now there's a problem where there's always been this snowball effect. It used to be 20,000 subs. When I don't know if a lot of people know this, but when I started doing YouTube, and there's 5 people in here, and I'm sure there's only 2 of you. Well, you're here, and then Bryson. So the other 3 probably don't even know me. So
Bryson and
I'll give you a quick breakdown of how my YouTube stuff got going. I basically did a song the
Mhm.
commentator rap song, and somebody that I knew said, "Hey, I got this guy that'll put it up for you. His name's Optic X." I was like, "All right,
Ah.
cool." Optic X was in the song. I didn't really know Optic X personally. I'd never talked to him, but he went and put the video up, and that caused Optic Predator to hit me up and say, "Hey, I'm doing." He said he was doing a dual Taj with Optic Apostle, and could I make them a song? So I was like, "Sure, I'll make you a song." He got me like 3,000 or 4,000 subs the first month I was on YouTube because
Yeah.
I made him the song, and he was like, "Yo, you gotta go check this guy out. He just made this song for me, yada yada yada." And then through that, I got signed to Machinima because another dude I met through there named Glenn Duncan. I don't know if you've ever heard of that guy. His name is Midnight Swords Clan. He used to do
Sounds familiar.
Mythbusters. He used to do Mythbusters on his channel, and he got a decent amount of views off that shit. And he hit me up and he was like, "Dude, your music is good. I can get you on Machinima." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And he was like, he hit up Machinima and he sent me the email, and it was like, I think it was Anthony Shore Wars.
Mhm.
He was like, "Yeah, this music's really good. We got to sign him on or whatever." So then I went and got on Machinima, and I actually got fortunate enough to talk to Taves a little bit. Taves actually called me on the phone when he
Oh, tape.
yeah, Taves actually, remember when Taves came to the United States to the
Yeah.
headquarters and stuff? He
Yeah, I
actually
remember that.
he actually called me up on the phone and talked to me, and he actually shouted me out on Respawn.
Oh, wow.
He shouted me out on Respawn, and what happened was, you know how their videos used to get a ton of views?
Yeah.
The video that he shouted me out on got taken down and put back up, so it didn't get nowhere near the views that the normal Respawn videos were getting. They had some kind of editing issue.
Mhm.
So yeah, he shouted me out. I actually was trying to work with him on writing. Remember when he was doing music videos?
Yeah, I was like I thought he was gonna do one each year because he did To the Face in 2010. Then he did That's What She Said in 2011.
I
2012
wrote
came around. I was waiting for some. None came out.
right when I talked to him. I had actually written lyrics for That's What She Said. He sent me the beat. As a matter of fact, I put it up on my channel somewhere.
Oh.
And he actually had sent me the beat and said, "Hey, what can you do to this?" And I wrote some shit for him, and he was like, "Oh, this is amazing. I love it," and all this stuff. But then he hit me back and said that he actually had a what do you want to call it, a music advisor or whatever.
Mhm.
And they decided that the music was too vulgar for what he was trying to do because he was trying to, that's good, dog, dick, dog. I love when people make up channel names just to come talk silly shit. But yeah, he was actually going to use it, but then he said like his advisor was like, "Yeah, we need to go with the more PG version because we're trying to make this big." So all that stuff happened, and I actually was in his sub box for a while too, and that was like amazing to me. But I don't even now. I'm sitting there talking. I don't even know what point I was getting to. Oh well, I mean, that all goes to like how I figured out how YouTube kind of works. But
Yeah.
see, like to be completely honest, if you wanted to blow up right now, it's all about finding the game you do best at that is not only you're good at, but is trending and yada yada yada.
It's with anything like Twitch, YouTube, Daily Motion, YouNow.
Right, Blackwell.
It's just about, well, what you want to do is something that you like to do. You don't want to get stuck into something you don't like doing. But
Right.
as long as you know the ins and outs of things, you should be fine.
Right, but oh, go ahead.
It's like, yeah, it's just, like, I'm not just going to go on Twitch and play League of Legends, because I hate that game.
Oh, I love it, but I'm not good at it. So
Which is that, you can't, yeah.
I should probably, honestly, I should have tried to do this before, and I'm not going to do it now, but I really should just be a bad gamer. Like I'm not a good gamer anyways, I'm like mediocre, but that would probably be my market, to be a bad, like, to be like an El Presidor type of commentator.
Ah, fuck that guy.
But anyways, Taves had told me back then that at the time, if you hit about 15 to 25,000 subs, somewhere in that range, once you got there, your channel, it's called a snowball effect. He said your channel would start gaining and gaining and gaining. That's how he got up to 400,000. Now it's kind of increased. I think Minnesota Burns, it took him to about 60,000 subs before he snowballed, but once he hit 60,000, his channel blew the fuck up.
I think it's like they just start putting you more on recommended things
Yeah.
for whatever you're looking for.
What happens is you do get noticed more because some people will subscribe to you because you have a certain amount of subscribers anyways. Put in the what to watch on YouTube shit on the front page all the time, all that kind of stuff. And what I was getting at is, like, you look at White Boy's page right now, and I don't watch his videos very often. I click on him sometimes because I think he's funny. But I know he's up in the millions. I know he's got a few million subs now.
Oh yeah, he's got a couple million.
But I know he doesn't get millions of views every video. And
No.
the thing is, the reason is, it's not because of his contents fell off. It's not because he's playing different games. It's because he hit the snowball effect, and a lot of people subscribe that don't watch his videos.
It's kind of like,
videos.
well, if you want to use a better example, you could say PewDiePie. It's not like PewDiePie's getting 30 million views on every video.
Right.
He gets people coming that want to watch what they're watching. And then that doesn't mean they're going to watch everything. It's just, yeah. And also they see, like, oh, he's got this many subs. Why am I not subbed to him? So,
Right. So then what happens is you're sitting around, like, I could blow up tomorrow and be sitting around 800,000 subs. That doesn't mean I'm going to get anywhere near 800,000 views a video. What that means is I'm probably going to get 50,000 views a video on average, maybe 60, maybe 80 if I'm lucky. And
I think it's like you should at least gain, I think it has like 30% of your viewer base.
No.
Higher?
No.
No?
Look, this has been 2 years ago, and I'm sure it's probably even worse. I know it's even worse now. I know for a fact. Me and Woody's Gamertag was talking about this on Skype. I've also talked to it with, like, probably any other big or decent-sized YouTubers. If you get 10% views to sub ratio, you're doing okay. If you get 15%, you're doing really good as an average. Now, what happens is, here's what happens. If I have videos right now that have 100,000 views, right?
Yeah.
Those are what I consider viral videos. They were stuff people searched for. They were, that's how they got there.
Yeah.
Now, if I would have had 100,000 subs when I put those videos out, they probably have 1 million views because my subs would push them further up in the what to watch box and shit. Because if it was something clickable that people are gonna watch, then all my subs would have been like, oh, this is a video, I gotta watch this video. Like, everybody has those videos. And what happens is, when they get pushed up in a search, here's a perfect example of what I tell everybody. If I put up, if I put up a video, right, and it gets view locked. I don't know if you know what view locked is. It's
I know what that
300 views.
Yeah, for anyone.
Right. Okay. So I put up a video and it gets view locked automatically. Then you can go search it up on YouTube. That topic, like, say it's a earthquake in fucking Uruguay, right? And it goes, if it gets 300 views in 10 minutes, you can go search earthquake in Uruguay, and I'm gonna be on the very front page of that search. So anybody looking for that information is gonna click it. And then and the longer it stays at the top, the bigger the video is going to be. That's how the Coney video got so big. My video for Coney for the first 2 days was on the, like, right under the main Coney video. And then it dropped off because I got a lot of dislikes on it. But dislikes are good too.
You pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah, but dislikes are good though. Dislikes are just as good as likes.
Oh yeah, well they don't really do anything. More or less, comments do more things than the likes, dislikes.
No. YouTube's got a thing up about it. They got a forum about it, and YouTube specifically themselves said, here's what they said. And this is why I tell people, if you don't like the video, fucking dislike it. I don't give a fuck. Leave me comments telling me I'm a piece of shit, because here's what happens. Good or bad, it doesn't matter what's good, what's bad. A comment it's called an interaction, right?
Yep.
So a comment is an interaction, a like or dislike is an interaction. So if somebody leaves me 5 comments, that's considered 5 interactions by one person. If they like the video also, that's a sixth interaction. If they share the video through the little sharing thing, I'm pretty sure that counts as interaction. And what happens is, the more interactions your video gets, plus the views, it automatically starts going up on the search tab. So I might only have 1,000 views on a video, But if I got a really good interaction rate, it'll be up there with videos that got 20,000 views with that don't have as good of an interaction rate, if that makes sense. Yo, yep, Happy New Year's, lost my PayPal. But I mean, that's how a lot of that works, and that's why a lot of these big YouTubers don't get the amount of views you think they would get, because they got a lot of inactive subs, and then their videos aren't getting the what they would want to get them to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you like I promise you, if White Boy the 7th Street, I'm just gonna say he's getting 70,000 views a video average. Let's just say he's getting 70,000. And he posted up a video tomorrow, and nobody commented on it, and nobody dropped a like on it. I bet you it probably wouldn't reach anywhere near 70,000 views, even if he's got 5 million subs. But I want to get to that point. Like, a lot of people don't realize how much money can be made on the internet. Like, it's ridiculous. I've seen guys making, I'm not going to name names, but one commentator that was blowing up when I was working on music, I actually wrote lyrics for him a couple times.
Yeah, I've seen some weird shit with CPM, definitely.
He was making $10,000 a month with 200,000 subscribers.
Just doing what, music?
No, he was a gameplay commentator, not Call of Duty though, but
Yeah.
he did music here and there. Like, that was something he liked to do. That's how I met him. And I actually wrote lyrics for songs that he did.
Mm-hmm.
But I asked him, I said, dude, you got 200,000 subs, because he only had 20,000 when we first met.
Yeah.
The very first time, I said, how much money are you making on YouTube? Because I'm trying to figure out how to make money on YouTube. And he told me that at that point in time, he was making $10,000 a month. I was like, holy shit. $10,000 a month in 2.5 to 3 months, I would make my whole salary for a year.
Well, how'd the Coney video do for your channel, anyways?
It only got 970,000 views. To be honest, I made $1,100 off that video, because
That's not bad.
you only get paid what views the ads run on.
Oh yeah, I know, and it's like even more, because it's with views in general, monetizable views, it is generally less than 30% of your views are what you're actually going to be paid for, anyways.
Yeah, a lot of times. Well, actually, that was almost 50% that I got paid for, because that video, 1 million views back then would have been about $2,000 a million ad views.
Oh yeah.
So it was a little bit over 50%. But, well, in the way some of these networks work, which, like, we're not supposed to go into specific detail, but
Networks are evil.
just to put it this way, some networks have a standard CPM that they pay you no matter how good the videos are doing.
Yeah, Machinima, right?
Yeah, and then other ones give you a percentage, and then it could be really good, really bad, or just in the middle. Because if you put the right video, and I'm telling you, there's these bigger YouTubers, they know a lot of these things. If you put certain videos up at certain times of certain months, and you're running off of a percentage base, then you're going to get paid a lot more money, because I don't know the exact months, but right before Christmas is a huge time in, like, the advertising market. So
I don't know, for that, I think it's a bigger thing in November, near the end of November, more or less, than Christmas.
It could be, you could be right, but
Yeah.
Either way, whatever month it is, like, just say that the going CPM on after your percentage is taken out or whatever on YouTube at the time, say it's $3 this month. Well, on the good months, it might be 7, 8, 10, 12. So you could be making personally $5 or $6, $7 per 1,000 ad views on certain months.
Not bad.
Which is a lot of money when you think about some of these guys. I'm gonna tell you this is all common knowledge. White Boy 7th Street at one period in time was posting up more views a month than Machinima Respawn was. I seen him post the damn thing. I don't remember if he took it down, but 1 month he got 40 million views. And Machinima Respawn only got like 36 million views, posting up videos all day, every day. Machinima Respawn used to post up about 10 videos a day. And
Because when White Boy was a bit more relevant.
At the time, this is when he was still blowing up. This is way
Yeah,
before he
yeah,
had
yeah.
millions of views.
That was like what, like 2011, 2011?
Yeah, that's when he was doing giveaways and all that shit. And I can guarantee you that month he made a ton of money. This is all rumor because you're not going to get any big YouTuber to really tell you the numbers.
Oh yeah, I know.
I mean, a few have told me the numbers, but I'm not going to say their names. But I can tell you, I know of at least 5 or 10 YouTubers that did not have 1 million subs. This was like 2 years ago when they didn't have millions. They might have had like 300,000, 400,000. Some of them might have had like 500,000 or 600,000 subs, and they were making like 30,000 plus a month. A month.
I think, yeah, both channels that I've done before, I think the most like things I've done together have ever made in 1 month was about 500,000 views, and that was it. But
I've never did that. Only the Coney video, that 1 month was it. Everything else has been low. I don't make any money off YouTube, dude. I wish I could figure out how to do it the way
it's like, you don't make a lot, but it's like, I can tell you this, YouTube, when I paid for the Xbox One, paid for the games.
You know how long it would take me right now in my current state to buy an Xbox One from YouTube if I saved all the money?
Probably a while.
Over a year.
Yeah.
That's how bad YouTube's do. Like, I'm on YouTube right now.
Well, I've been working on this channel for 2 years, so.
For how many?
This one, 2 years. I had the other one for 4.
Yeah, see, here's the
Actually,
problem.
5.
Here's the problem with my main channel, and I'll never be able to fix it. There's nothing I can do about it. Only Use Me Blade actually verified this, and a couple other YouTubers that were around his sub range. My channel was created in 2006. Although I never uploaded a video to it until 2010, it still counts as being created in 2006. And Only Use Me Blade started this channel in like 2007 or 2006. And he contacted YouTube. He was like, why is my channel doing so badly and all these other channels are flourishing? And I'm losing subs that people are coming to me saying, hey, I had to resubscribe. What's going on?
Yeah, I've seen that before where I got unsubscribed from channels. I'm like, doesn't make any sense.
And here's what YouTube told him. They said all channels before 2009 have a glitch in the system to where they lose subs that they shouldn't lose and different things like that, and that his channel will never work correctly. And they told him that he could go create a new channel, and he was like, I got 400,000 subs. Why would I create a new channel?
Yeah.
And they were like, well, you'll just have to deal with those issues. Oh, I'll tell you somebody else big that did it was D-Storm. He was another big YouTuber.
Yeah.
He came out and talked about that issue, too, about issues with channels. He said, why does my old channel, which has 1 million subs, why is it getting the same amount of views that my new channel that only has like 200,000 subs is getting? And at first they said, well, probably because you're driving all your subscribers over from your main channel. And then he was like, no. He's like, if that was the case, I would have way more subs over here by now. And they went back and told him that that was somewhat the reason.
That's kind of bull.
But I can't. I've got two more channels now. I do have 2 more channels.
I don't know. YouTube's always been fucked. Broken sub boxes to just things not uploading. Other things, just issues.
Well, my plan right now is I'm never gonna like close. Like people are like, if you start a new channel, just close your. I'm never gonna close this channel.
No, you don't want to close it.
Because I got videos that only get me 5 cents a month. But the way I look at it is, if they give me 5 cents a month for the rest of my fucking life because they're sitting on YouTube, then you know that's something. It's better than nothing, especially. But so my goal right now is to continue to upload over here, but start cutting back the amount that I upload over here, like maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, just to keep the channel active somewhat. But to focus most of my my YouTube stuff on cinematic raps, like all the gaming and like just random shit I do over here, I'm gonna do over there more. And then the news channel is gonna be nothing but news, because the reason being is because that is one way that a lot of YouTubers blow up. They do the same exact content over and over and over and over, and that's how they keep people coming. Like, to me, if I was a viewer, I wouldn't watch.
Oh yeah, they use the same thing that works. Well, it's like before I was saying with people, some people that do only one thing in terms of gaming, They're gonna keep doing it. And it's like, okay, they're gonna blow up, right? But then after a while, you know, if they want to cut off and they try cutting off, then they're gonna fall
Yeah,
pretty
definitely.
hard. I mean, I've seen people
People
that happen to
complain,
them.
people complain when Thunder plays Destiny, and he just made a video about it earlier today talking about, I like Destiny, why wouldn't I post it on my channel? I'm supposed to have fun here. He's
Yeah.
like, just don't click on my Destiny videos if you're not a fan of Destiny.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Destiny.
So my whole thing is, like I said, if I could do it, I promise you I could do it. If I knew I was going to make people happy and make money in the process, I could make 10 channels right now and upload on every one of them every single day almost.
Hmm.
I almost guarantee I could do it every day, because all I would have to do is, or what I used to do is, I used to sit back every, like, I have one problem, and that's when I make a video, I want to upload it automatically. But I used to sit back here at one point in time, and I'd make 15 videos in one day, and then just schedule them to upload every day of the week. I got bored one day on this channel. Actually, I made 13 or 14 videos in a row and uploaded them back to back to back to back.
Jeez.
I finally stopped.
That kind of pisses people off.
The funny thing is at that point in time, 6 of the 10 videos got the average amount of views my videos were getting anyways, and the other 4 still got a few hundred views apiece. So.
It's not bad.
And
It's
I mean,
like,
it was just random shit. I did like 2 movie reviews. I did 2 or 3 gameplay commentaries. I did
that's
news
it's like, as long as you're just not like re-uploading trailers. Just
No,
like,
I don't ever re-upload trailers. I don't want to get struck for anything. So if I do a movie review, I'm gonna do something goofy about the movie or talk silly about what I like about it or dislike about it.
I thought about talking about the interview.
Which, I mean, it just kills me though, because I feel like, I mean, I don't feel like I'm a great like video creator or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that I put it like this. Here's how I look at YouTube and everything else, because I know it to be true from doing music.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you can be the wackest rapper on the earth, and you can put out a song, and it could be by the mass majority of people looked at it as just trash. But there are going to be a group of people that like that shit.
Yep.
You have to figure out how to find that group of people. That is the hardest part about the internet, period. You have to figure out a way to find those people and bring them to your channel or your whatever social networking you're using, so they can start watching your other shit. Look at Ice JJ Fish. That guy is corny as fuck. He's goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely is not a singer or a rapper. But people look at it as like parody, like comedy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the majority of people that really get into music like me will be like, that guy is pathetic, and, you know, they get pissed off because they're like, I do good music and I can't get those kind of views. This guy makes some corny, goofy shit he knows is bad. And people
Have you ever seen Bart Baker?
No.
No, you never seen him? Wow.
But you know what happened with him is the majority of people that like his shit, they think it's funny. It's a joke. They don't.
They don't think it's serious.
I can guarantee you nobody's bumping his music in their car.
No.
But that's what he chose to do, and it went viral. So he got lucky with that. I've seen plenty of people do that. So my biggest problem with YouTube is gathering enough people that like the shit that I do. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had people that told me, oh, I liked all these videos, but I didn't like this type of video, so I unsubscribed. I'm like, well, what can I do about it? Don't watch that type of video. Like a lot of people say they like to hear my opinion on things, and then that's the same thing that I lose a lot of subscribers on, because the first time someone doesn't agree with my opinion, a lot of the viewers, they're the type of people that are like, I don't agree with him, unsubscribed. And I'm like, I don't want everybody to agree with me. I really don't. Like, I mean, if you agree with me, cool. If you don't, then that's fine too with me. Because the problem with that is if everybody agrees with you, then, you know, things are going to get boring really soon, because people are just going to be listening to things that don't make them think. They're like, yep, agree with him, okay, he's done. I agreed with everything. So I don't know, dude. I'm really hoping that I can figure out a way to make the news videos on my new channel as big as they were on my channel. Because here's what a lot of people don't understand. All right, so when I do a news video on this channel, there's 15,000 subs. I'd say about out of 15,800 subs or something I got, 15,000 of those are dead subs, meaning that they're subscribed and they don't watch my videos. The other 800 aren't going to watch every single video, so the other 800 watch, pick and choose, and watch this and that, and that's where my views come from. Now, what happened with the news was, if I do something like, all right, look, this video has 117,000 views, right? It's New Jersey man throws his intestines at cops after repeatedly stabbing himself. That was a real thing. It really happened. But when I made the video, the title was catchy, and my subscriber base that is active all clicked on it right then and there, and it froze the view count. Once that happened, it was out of my subscriber base's hands, into YouTube's hands, and YouTube made it bigger. It didn't get 117,000 views in a day. It got about 4,000 views the first day. Then maybe 1,000 views a day for 4 or 5 days, and then 1 or 2 days it might have got 8,000 or 10,000. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just kept snowballing.
Yeah.
And then now it got up so high on the thing that anytime somebody's going to throw in that New Jersey man throws intestines at cops or something, if they like, I heard about this, let me go look it up, I'm going to come up in the search because I'm higher up there in views. Yeah, Mortal Kombat wise, I'm looking right here. Scarlet's Fatality, 90,000 views. Story Mode Let's Play 14, 60,000. Kratos Fatality, 60,000. Scorpion Fatalities, 49,000. Mylena, 45,000. So, I mean, none of those are super, super huge videos, but I got 40,000 of them. I mean, not 40. I got 40 of them. I got 40 of them, and probably 30. Probably 35 of them are my top 50 most viewed videos. The least one that's in the top 50 most viewed videos has 13,000 views. So that's how I made. That's probably overall maybe the most money as a complete project. The Coney video made me the most money at one time.
Yeah, that's no doubt.
Because I got those 970,000 views. I got 950,000 of those views in about 1 month.
Yeah, it all came at once.
I mean, there's so many ways to game the system. I did a fucking video called I Bring You Boobies. It's got 136,000 views. It's the 3rd highest viewed video on this channel. And I knew that the title was going to grab people's attention. I was being goofy. It was actually a dual com with a chick. She sent me a picture. And I was like, this ain't your tits. And it didn't have her face. She didn't have her face on it. She was like, I don't want nobody to see it. And I said, let me use this as the thumbnail for the dual com. And she was like, all right, because people won't really know if it's me or not, but it is me. I was like, all right, so I put them on there. I named it I Bring You Boobies, 41-1 gameplay, dual commentary, and it continues to this day to get 200, 300, 400 views a month, and it's from 2011. So it's 4 years old now, basically. How to Stream on Justin TV, that fucking video got me, it's up to 180,000 views. It went from 3,000 views to getting me like 1,000 views a month for like a year and a half straight, every month. It's not a lot, but that's like 75 cents to $1 every month off one video every month for a year. So that's how people like White Boy are making so much money still to this day, because their older videos that are really big, they continue to get.
Well, they're still getting views. Yeah, old videos still get views.
Yeah, that 5,000, 10,000 a month. I mean, and that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you got 500 videos up and 300 of them are getting 2,000 or 3,000 views a month, you're making a ton of money. And then every time you put that new video up, and
you get. It's like it's like when you look at Social Blade or something. You search somebody, you see they're getting a good amount of views a day, and it's like you might see, okay, well they're uploading this, only getting that. It's you got the older video still getting views, plus you got the newer video, which gets new views for that as well, and that adds on to the list pile of videos.
And see, that's crazy when I look at things like Social Blade. I pull these things up all the time. I got Social Blade up right now. I got a B plus as a total grade, which to me that sounds good, but it's not. It says that I am 62,203rd subscriber rank out of all subscribers. That sounds really good, but I can tell you, I know the top 1,000 YouTubers are making serious money compared to me at 62,000 down the line.
Oh yeah, I know.
So, but that's the bad thing. That's where YouTube has a big, huge drop off. Their shit is completely wrong too. It says the last 30 days that I should have made $13 to 105.
Well, it's because Social Blade, they count all views. Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, they count a low and a high view count. I can tell you that last month or this month I've made more than $13, but I have not made anything like $105. I'm not even in the middle. Like, you can actually look at like a bigger YouTuber, and they're making somewhere in the middle of those two numbers. Me, on the other hand, I'm making way closer to the bottom half than I am the top.
You're averaging 876 views a day, 26,225 views a month. So yeah, it's pretty much like
Their shit's all wrong though, dude. If you look at it, they skip so many days. Like,
oh yeah, that's a lot of times that happens. Like,
it's YouTube. YouTube doesn't.
It's YouTube, but it's also when people look up your stats as well. The more it refreshes.
Right. But yeah,
YouTube is really slow in updates.
I was getting more views. My stuff started to drop off, but the funny thing is, the 6 months or so that I didn't really post videos, I made the same amount of money as the whole year before that every month. Like, it was like really in the same like frame of basically for about a year and a half, I made like $25 a month off YouTube.
Does that tell you something?
And for the half a month, I only made I didn't even post a video. All those views were coming from my older videos. All my views are coming from my older videos now. That's the funny thing with YouTube. Like, I can go look at my analytics right now and tell you that my top 10 most viewed videos of the month, I don't think there's a video in there, to be honest with you. I'm going to look it up right now. Analytics, and now they do last 28 days. So last 28 days, top 10 of my most viewed videos, zero from this month. I got Mortal Kombat Scarlet Fatality, 2,000 and something views. Man has sex with his mother, 1,900 views.
Jesus.
Mortal Kombat 9 Kratos, Skyrim, Mortal Kombat 9 Blake Griffin slash Justin Bieber, Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat 9. Secret Chest Markarth in Skyrim, Mortal Kombat 9. Yeah. So 429 views is what the Katana Fatalities got me this month. But still made me more money than the Kratos that got 1,600 views. That's why I'm working on something right now. I'm actually working on unpartnering this channel and moving it because I can make a lot more money. Huh?
Who are you with?
This, oh shit, hold on. This channel is still with Machinima.
Yeah.
Okay. This channel's been with Machinima since 2010.
They like to lock you into lifetime contracts.
Yeah, I'm not in a lifetime, but I don't. Oh yeah, Happy New Year. I see the Hatch Granny, but I can't pronounce the first one. I'm not in a lifetime contract. They had to get rid of those because they realized that they can't do that.
Yeah.
But I do have probably another year on my contract. I'm gonna see about getting that fixed. But what happened was, here's what happened, and I don't even still know if I was supposed to do this, but I didn't give a shit. Machinima, I went to Machinima and said, hey, I want to make a channel. At first, Cinematic Raps was going to be all music.
Yeah.
But then I realized that I can't do enough music to keep people coming to that channel that much. It's just not possible. I mean, the only way you're going to do that is if you're an established artist or you're somebody like Riff Raff that can put out a video every single week. And I can't do either one of those. So I went to Machinima and I said, look, I want to make this other channel. I want to separate my content a little bit. Can I partner it? And they said you can't partner it. Get you about 2,000 or 3,000 subs and then we'll partner it. Oh yeah. they said, and we'll partner. And I was like, all right. I was like, that's going to take me a while because this channel doesn't have the subscriber support that it once had. So getting even 1,000 subscribers over there is going to be, it's going to take a little bit of work. And they were like, well, unfortunately, we can't partner any new channels at this time. I said, all right, cool. So then I hit up, at the time was Yaush. I've known Snacks and Jimmy for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hey, I want to partner with Yaush with this new channel. And they were like, we're partnering right now. We already know that you got a successful, semi-successful channel, so we know you're going to get some kind of activity on it, so we're just going to go ahead and partner it.
Mm-hmm.
They partnered it. I got about 300 subs in about a month or so, and it kind of died off because that's really all the active subscribers I really had at the time, I guess. But then Jimmy helped me out and got me a little bit more, some more subs over there. But I shut it down, so then my stuff was transferred to full screen. I'm gonna tell you, because I really don't give a shit. If Machinima was like, oh, we're gonna unpartner you for that, that's what I'm trying to do anyway. So do it, like. You
ain't gotta give most contracts. You can only be partner with one.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that's how theirs was, but the way I look at it is like this. I gave them the opportunity to partner my new channel. They turned it down, so therefore I took it somewhere else. It's kind of like having two different jobs.
Yeah, I get
you. I go to McDonald's and I get a job at McDonald's, and I say, hey, I want to work more, and they say, well, currently we don't have any extra available work, so we can't give you any more hours. Then I go down the street and I get a part-time job somewhere else. I mean, that's the way I look at it. But what I'm trying to do is get both of them over there. The Sonic, the Sonic Rebel P-Bat. P-Bat's a good guy. I just don't know, like, he never talks to me anymore, so I just kind of just whatever, leave it there. But matter of fact, the last time the guy hit me up, it was maybe to write some lyrics for him, and then I wrote the lyrics, he got them, and it was back to the same shit. So I was like, all right, whatever. But he's a good guy, though. I mean, it was whatever. But anyways, like, the thing is, right now, I have a video on Cinematic Raps. Cinematic Raps, I've never tried to build that channel. I always kind of left it as, like, my redheaded stepchild. But over the last 3 months, because the CPMs have been up, I have one video that gets 2,000 to 4,000 views a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is making me as much money on that channel as over here, 20,000 to 30,000 views a month is making me.
Wow.
So 4,000.
Where at a 20,000 viewed video do just as much as like a 60,000 viewed video.
Right, but imagine if this channel was over there at the higher rate or percentage that I'm getting over there. It's a possibility I could be making 5 times the amount of money, which still wouldn't be a lot of money, but it'd be a hell of a lot more than over here, and that's why I'm trying to figure out how to get that in. And that's why I made the new channel. I'm getting ready to partner my new channel. It's only got 40 subs on it right now, but I'm going to get it partnered.
You've got 2-minute channels.
Well, I actually have 6 other channels, I think. But they never did what I wanted to do, and I never really pushed the issue. Like, I actually had a news channel called Cinematic News. The only reason I made this new news channel is because I wanted to separate the whole Cinematic name from it, because 90% of the people that watch my news videos aren't my subscribers. I can guarantee you that I only have 15,000 subscribers, and if I have multiple news videos with 100,000 views on it, there's no possible way that all 15,000 of my subscribers even watch those. I bet you that they didn't. Yo, what up, Zoomrock? Zoomrock, dude, I want to play League, but I played against bots, and I still felt like I was struggling. I went positive every game, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I was getting like 8 kills a game, and there were people in the lobby getting like 30 kills a game. I was like, yeah, I can't. One day, the thing about League of Legends is that I actually enjoy playing it, and I don't enjoy playing it. I love it, but when it's on 45 minutes to an hour, I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time. Like, And I don't want to quit out of games, so I always finish the games over there. So if I play 3 45-minute games, I'm like, fucking shit, I could have just played like 30 games of Call of Duty. I could have got 4 gameplays for the next 4 days or something, and I just wasted all that time playing that.
Yeah.
And it's fun to me until I realize that I've spent 3.5 hours playing and I haven't accomplished shit, because I only posted maybe 3 or 4 League of Legends videos on my channel, and I had to go through so much work. Like, I had to put them in, speed them up, and then slow them down in certain parts, and then speed them back up, in order to condense a 40-minute game into like an 8-minute game. And then,
yeah, that happens.
in the way, I don't know how to record them any other way unless I recorded it live. I wasn't recording them live. I was using LOL Replay. So a 45-minute game, I would have to turn my computer to record and record that 45-minute game for 45 damn minutes after I played it for 45 minutes. Then come back, speed it up, slow it down, spend 20, 30 minutes doing that, get it down to 8 minutes, and then turn around and have to do an 8-minute commentary over it. I was like, fuck this shit. That's too much work.
It's called hours of editing.
Well, that's the biggest thing about League of Legends. I'll never be good at it. I'll never be on I definitely would never be on an MLG type level, but I'll never even be good enough at it to post consistent gameplay from it, because I don't like any champions. I only like Ashe. I like playing with people that play other champions. I like watching the other champions, but when it comes to playing, I only like Caitlyn. Ashe is the main character champion I like, and then I like Caitlyn, and I like who else is it? See, like, I don't like Jinx because I can't use her, but I've seen people destroy people with her. I don't like Lucian because I'm not that fucking keyboard and mouse talented to do what you need to do to play him. I think Ezreal.
What? You're saying there's no skill in Call of Duty?
What's up?
Rude. Your buddy's saying there's no skill in Call of Duty.
Who said that? I'm looking. I don't see it.
Well, basically,
Call of Duty?
Yeah.
There is and isn't skill in Call of Duty.
Yeah, I know. The skill's called the connection.
Well,
which is true.
In a lot of cases, yes. But if you was to go to an MLG setting and say you're a good pub stomper,
yeah,
you could be a good pub stomper. You could be White Boy 7th Street, and you go up against a bunch of MLG players in a LAN setting, not an online setting, and you're probably going to get destroyed. So there is a big, huge skill gap. Yo, what up, Sauce Man? Happy New Year's, man. The average player that pub stomps, a lot of times it's because, I put it this way. I know good Call of Duty players. I know some big YouTubers that are good Call of Duty players. I also know some good Call of Duty players only because of their location. They have good internet. They have good internet, and they're decent at the game, and they get these beastly gameplays. But if you take them to someone else's house that doesn't live near them and put them on the same game, they won't do near as good. I don't know anybody right off the top of my head, but I remember there was a guy in the UK that was a beast at Call of Duty, and he came to America and was just subpar.
Yeah.
Why? Because in the UK, for some reason, he had a godly connection. He came over here and got on somebody's system, and he couldn't do what he did over there. I wouldn't say that. To me, this whole skill thing to me is I don't know. It's apples and oranges. Competitive first-person shooters to me, I wouldn't compare them to a competitive whatever you would call League of Legends. I guess that's just a
RPG.
Yeah. What is that? It's not a MMO. It's what is it? Action shooter? I don't even know what you call that. It's got a name, but I don't know what the fuck it is. Either way, it's like StarCraft, right?
Sorta.
It takes a lot of skill, keyboard, mouse.
Yeah, most of those games
timing, all that kind of stuff. See, I suck with the keyboard and mouse. I'll never be good at any computer game ever, dude. I killed myself 1,000,000 times in Minecraft because I couldn't climb a fucking ladder with the fucking buttons.
That's sad.
So I definitely will never be good at League of Legends. But I still can't say that Call of Duty takes no skill. To do pub stomping, yes, MLG does take some skill. Not as much skill as Halo. I think Halo is probably the most skillful first-person shooter, especially in the
man,
MLG
a lot of people.
Yeah, MOBA.
Yeah,
I don't even know what it stands for.
I installed Master Chief Collection. I haven't played it yet, but a lot of people saying that Halo 5 not that great.
I can't go by that, dude. Look. When I got into Halo,
well, they're saying they screwed something up or something. I don't remember. They said something about it.
Well, here's one thing I've always known about the Halo franchise. I don't know about now as much, but when Bungie was running it, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, 343 sucks," and I'm like, "343 is Bungie." And look, Bungie split off to do something else, and a lot of the main people from Bungie are who created 343. Those people were in Bungie. It might not be the main one or two guys, but it's a lot of the other people that were involved that took it over. Here's what my cousin told me. All right, so I started playing Halo during Halo 3. Never really played 2 that much, but I seen a lot of gameplay on it. And Halo 2 and 3, skill-based wise, was really good. And I thought Halo 3 was amazing. Here's my cousin told me, because we got Reach, we got fucking ODST, we got Halo 4, and we didn't last more than 2 months playing on it because we just didn't like it as much. My cousin just said he played the beta yesterday. I know that I'm going to like Halo 5 because my cousin, we played Halo 3 for 2 years straight. And he called me up yesterday and said, "Dude, come to my house right now and play the Halo 5 beta because I know you don't have a 1 right now." And I was like, "I can't come over right now." He's like, "I'm telling you, got to come over right now." He told me that it's the closest thing to Halo 3 that's came out from Halo since Halo 3.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Reach or 4.
See, everybody says Counter-Strike, but I rarely know anybody that plays Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike Go.
I've never picked it up because I've only seen like 5 people that I know of that play it. So
there's a lot of people. It's like there's a huge MLG for that too.
But I don't even know. Is that even a console game?
No, it's PC.
I'll never play it. A
lot of people going on the Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Dota 2.
And I'm not even going to say,
Warcraft.
I'm not even going to get into the argument that PC games are more skill-based, but I can tell you this.
I don't know. I think it's like if you look at anything, a person with a keyboard and mouse is going to kill someone a lot faster than someone with a controller.
If they know how to
shooter.
use it.
Yeah, if they know how to use it. If they're playing shooter head-to-head, yeah, the PC... The laptop and the mouse, or sorry, the keyboard and the mouse is gonna beat them, because it's just the mouse in general.
But what I can tell you right now is that if I went Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, the newest COD, right?
Yeah.
They got skill-based matchmaking in it. The connections are all fucked up on, I think, across the board, PC, PlayStation, everything. Now, if I play Call of Duty, I think I got a 1.03 KD right now in Advanced Warfare. If I went to the PC and tried to play that game, even if I played it on this PC for 5 months straight, right, I can guarantee you I would have less than a 0.5 KD. Because I do not have the talent to do the keyboard and mouse thing. I don't have it. Yeah. I like buttons because I can glance down if I need to and see where my hand's at. I can't do that on the keyboard. I would have to fucking color code the keys that I was going to use on the keyboard.
Yeah, I'm decent with a keyboard now, but I've been gaming on a console for years. I just like controllers better.
I do actually smoke a lot when I'm talking. It's really weird. I want to quit smoking, but I'm so addicted to cigarettes that I can't. But I can tell you this. All right, if I go to the movie theater, I'm going to be sitting there an hour and a half or whatever. I can't smoke in the movie. I refuse to get up and go outside and smoke. So I make myself sit there, but I think about cigarettes the whole time I'm there. All right. If I go out to eat, sometimes if I order my food, I'll go smoke a cigarette because I know it's going to take 20 minutes to get my food.
Just get a rubber band or something.
Dude, I don't know what to do. But I can sit at my house now. I can sit at my house and I smoke like crazy when I'm gaming, when I'm talking to people online, when I'm doing all this. But then I can say, all right, I'm going to go sit on my bed or sit upstairs in the living room, and I'm going to watch TV. And I might only smoke once every half an hour, once every hour.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, like, I get zoned out and I don't smoke.
Yeah, you don't think about it.
Yeah, I've grown up with controllers all my life. You got to remember, I'm a little older than most of the new gamers. I started gaming on the Atari 2600.
My first thing was Sega Genesis.
Yeah, see, I had a big drop off. Like, I had a big learning curve coming back. So that's why I still say to me, Call of Duty, to be a really good player, it takes some amount of skill.
I don't know. To me, it's like I see these games. I'm like, the graphics. It's just when I was younger, I probably would have never expected that.
Well, the funny thing is, though, dude, like I'm telling you, there's Atari 2600 games, there's NES, Nintendo games, there's Sega Genesis games I can pop in right now, and if I just say, fuck YouTube, fuck gameplays, fuck everything, I'm just going to have fun, I can have just as much fun on those games. Zelda 2, I have fun playing Zelda 2 to this day. Dude, that game is, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. There's people that can beat that game in like an hour.
I say fuck some shit too. Like this.
I can go play Zelda 2 right now from the beginning and spend a whole month playing it, get to the fucking end. Look, I put in a fucking... I did not beat Zelda 2 until 2007 or 8. Because I kept giving up when I was, younger. When I got it brand new when I was like 12 years old.
Like, fuck this shit.
And I loved the game, but I never finished it because I'd get to the end and I'd just start over because I couldn't beat the end guy. So in 2007, I got the emulator and I put a cheat code in to where at the very end I played it regular, grinded it out, got all the way to the last castle, and then I put a cheat code in to where I had infinite lives. It took me like 350 fucking lives to beat the fucking Shadow Link. I couldn't beat him. I could not beat the motherfucker for shit.
Nice.
But I still enjoy that game. Zelda 1, Zelda 2. The advancements in gaming and graphics actually turned me off the gaming. That's what made me quit gaming for like 6 or 7 years. Look, I bought an Atari 2600. I remember playing Pole Position, a game called Exvius, and a bunch of shit like that. Then I got a Nintendo 1 year for Christmas, and I remember like Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Super Mario Brothers 1 and 3 were amazing. One of my favorite Nintendo games that slept on it was called Faxanadu. I still play that game every once in a while. I got it in the other room. Wizards and Warriors, all these kind of games that I played. And then the thing about Nintendo was they had like 700 fucking games. Like
they had games on the system, and they had games on that black and white Game Boy. There was a lot of games. A lot.
And then I got a Genesis, and I love the Genesis. A lot of people, I think, overhype it. It has some really good games on it, but the selection...
Blast processor.
And then what happened was Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1, I think they came out around the same time. I'm not sure if they came around the same time.
I think PS1 about 96, and 64 around 97 or something.
Yeah, yep. I got both of those systems, and Zelda came out. I forget what the first one was. Was it Ocarina of Time? What was the first Zelda?
I can't remember.
Oh, I left out Super Nintendo. I liked some games on Super Nintendo. But my favorite game is Zelda 2. So when Zelda came out on Nintendo 64 with that open world, at the time, I guess it was 3D graphics or whatever.
Like that Mario game.
I put the game in and I was like, this is not what I expected. I don't like this shit. Zelda looked like a little kid again. I was like, fuck this game. I quit gaming. The only thing I ever played on PS1 was Ridge Racer. That was it. That and Game Day 97, I think.
Wow, you missed a lot of good games.
And I just quit gaming. I said, I'm not fucking going to game no more because my favorite game of all time, like, to me, had went too far. I didn't like it.
Because they weren't 3D?
I didn't like the 3D. I didn't like the open world. It was... My favorite Zelda was Zelda 2. I like Zelda 1. It was open world. It was in 2D.
What do you think about the upcoming Zelda game?
I don't know. I can't buy a Wii. That's my biggest thing. My son owns 2 Wiis, and I didn't even play the Zelda game on the Wii, the regular Wii. But I don't know. it looks okay, but I can't bring myself to play it now. But basically what I was getting at is I quit gaming. I sold all my shit, and I just went on to like live a regular life. Like I left the house every day. I went places, did shit, yada yada yada. I didn't think about gaming until my best friend. I had a period of time where I had to move in with my best friend for some time. It started out his dad had a heart attack, and I used to go over there like every day. And his dad had a heart attack, and they had 2 dogs, and his dad wasn't supposed to leave the house for like the first 3 months, I think it was, or something, because they put a pacemaker in. He wasn't supposed to go out when it got a certain temperature. He wasn't supposed to do anything strenuous. And I was kind of, I had a place to stay, but I was like borderline, like in between places. So I was like, I'll come over and stay at your house.
I gotta get off, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for now. Peace out.
Yep. So what happened? I guess I'm just talking to the stream now. So what happened is I stayed at his house for a few months, walked his dog every night, did shit like that. And in the meantime, his little brother, which is like 22, I think, was like, hey, you should start gaming. I was like, fuck games. I'm not playing games no more. And they were playing Halo 3. And I watched him play this shit, and I was like, that game looks fucking retarded. And he was like, I promise you, get on the game and play it. I'll teach you how to play, and you'll fucking love it. And I was like, all right, dude, whatever. So I played it for like, I think it was like 1 or 2 hours the first time I played it. And then I didn't play it for like 3 days. And then he was like, you want to play? And I was like, let me get on and play. And we had 2 Xboxes. All of his buddies used to come over and shit. And, dude, the second time I played that game, I played it for about 12 hours. And I was addicted to it. And that's what got me back into gaming and playing games, period. Doing this YouTube shit actually came up because of Call of Duty, though. Because, yeah, what up, Brian? But yeah, what happened was I played Halo 3 for about almost 2 years, I think, straight. I didn't get Call of Duty until Modern Warfare 2, and it was 2 weeks after the game came out. And my cousin, we played Halo 3 every day. He said, we got to go get a change of pace game. Let's go get this Call of Duty game. And I was like, all right. So we went and got it. And I didn't like it as much at first because it isn't as skillful. It doesn't take as much skill. But what made me love Call of Duty was that the kill streaks and shit. That's what's irritating me now about the games, because the kill streaks don't do what they used to do. If you was good enough to get a fucking Predator missile, Harrier strike, and a helicopter, you was getting some motherfucking, you was getting some kills. That's like 12 kills right there that you don't even have to do nothing. Like, as long as you get the 7 or 8 kills to get them, then you're going to get 12 free kills. So you're going to look like a fucking beast. You're going to be like, I just went, 23-2 in 3 minutes. So that's what excited me about Call of Duty. And then Halo ODST didn't have a fucking multiplayer. ODST was Halo 3 multiplayer, which was fine. I love Halo 3. What made me switch all the way over to Call of Duty was the Halo 4. Halo 4, I was like, oh my God, like, I didn't like it. But anyways, that's how I came across YouTube. I was playing Modern Warfare 2 with my cousin and his friends that he found online, and one of them happened to be doing YouTube videos. And then my cousin was like, yeah, my cousin's a rapper, and they were like, get the fuck out of here. So they were like, oh, let's hear some stuff. So I spit some shit for him that I was working on at the time. And then one of his buddies kept saying, yo, I do these videos on YouTube. You should put some music on there. Record something. Let me put it on my channel. Yada, yada, yada. And I was like, all right. And he actually gave me the idea to write commentator rap. I didn't know what the fuck a commentator was. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was like, what the fuck's a commentator? He gave me a list of all these commentators. Tabes, Optic Hex, Optic Predator, Hutch, C-Nanners, Only's Me Blade. And he was like, here's links to all their channels. I went to every one of these guys' channels and watched 2 or 3 videos of them. And I'm still not going to lie to you. I thought Tabes was funny. I liked Don't Leave Me Blade. Optic X was doing more of the Optic Gaming stuff, so I liked the stuff he was doing. Hutch was all right. Like I said, I'm not going to name names, but there were some other people on that list that I were like, this shit is corny as fuck. I made this song anyways because he said, it doesn't matter if you don't like some of those guys. Those are the big up-and-coming and big YouTubers. I wrote commentator rap in 30 minutes. I sat down and watched all those videos for a couple of days, and then I wrote all their names on a paper, and then like Chris Smooth had that's a noob move was his catchphrase, and you know, Only Use Me Blade uses knife and this and that. I wrote down all their names that I was going to use. I wrote down either their mottos, catchphrases, or something that stuck out to me about them. And then in 30 minutes, I put the song together. That was it. That's how Commentator Rap came out. Then I was like, I know I can't do a song every week or two. So what else could I do? And I said, well, fuck, I can do what those guys were doing. Because those guys, most of them were just talking over a video. I was like, I love talking. I fucking love talking. Love it. As long as people are listening and enjoying it, I could probably talk all day and all night every day. My best friends will tell you that when we get together, after about 2 or 3, 4 hours, they're ready for me to go home because I've talked them to death. So that's how I became a YouTuber. And I love it till this day. The only thing that I don't love is knowing that I've reached this goal of like 15,000 subscribers and I don't have the interaction with them that I want to. That, and I look at it like YouTube to me as a medium to where I could be like, I could reach millions of people. That's like something that, I mean, don't get me wrong, the money aspect of YouTube is amazing. Like, do I want to make millions of dollars on YouTube? Who the fuck wouldn't? I mean, I'd be happy right now with a couple thousand a month, but either way, the whole ideal of being able to have the possibility to capture like millions of people's attention is what is crazy to me. Because I think of it like this. If I ever get to the point to where I'm getting a couple 100,000 views per video or 1 million views per video like some of these guys are getting, let's just say 200,000. Let's just say I was getting 200,000 views a video if I got to that level. What amazes me is if you got 200,000 people together right now, right, in a setting like that, wouldn't even, okay, what's the biggest football stadium? Is it Dallas? Is it the Cowboys? Is that the biggest football stadium now? I think maybe. It was like 80,000 people. 80,000 people. Could you imagine walking in the middle of an NFL stadium that held 80,000 people and being able to say what the fuck ever you want to say? And that's only 80,000. So if you're getting 200,000 a video, you got to double that amount of people. Like, that's ridiculous to me. Like, that is amazing. Like, you know, TV shows, they might get millions of views a day or whatever when they come on, but one fucking guy just talking about whatever the fuck he wants to, getting hundreds of thousands of people listening to him, to me, that's fucking like, that's crazy. And, you know, I tell people all the time, even the bigger YouTubers, Ray Williams Johnson is pretty big. PewDiePie is pretty big, right? I don't really watch those guys that much, but if I did, even if I did, I probably wouldn't notice them if I went in and seen them in Walmart. I mean, maybe I would, but my whole theory is they're not famous, but then again, they are famous because I bet you somebody like White Boy 7th Street could go on a tour through every state in America, right? I bet you could go to every state in America and he could post up on his fucking Facebook and Twitter, I'm going to every state and I'm going to be at this state on this date, this one this date, this one this date. I'm going to be at this location at this time, right? I bet you he could get anywhere from 10 to 100 people to meet up with him at every place he went to. And 10, I would only say 10 because, you know, some of these places he might go to, maybe he goes to Chicago, but everybody lives on the outskirts of Illinois that watches him, so they're not going to drive 5 hours to see him. Some people would, though. I mean, some people go to these gaming events just to see big YouTubers. So like to me, that shit's crazy. Like that's what I want most out of YouTube. I want to be able to know that if I go anywhere, that I can find people to hang out with. Like think about that. Like imagine if you could just say, you know what, I want to go to fucking Alabama next month and hang out with people. The average person can't do that. But a YouTuber with a million subscribers could probably go anywhere in the United States and do that. Have 10, 20, 30 people to hang out with. YouTube to me is a great fucking place. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. What is this? Somebody text messaging me? Hold on, I gotta see if this is my old lady, so hold on a second. She actually went out with her cousin, so, and I got 5 messages, so that's telling me. I hate group messaging shit because I don't know who this is from. How do I figure? Oh, okay. There's a bunch of numbers. Okay, I know who that is now, I think. All right. Back to what we was talking about. Sorry about that. But yeah, like, matter of fact, when I was going to try to go to a gaming event in Seattle a few years back, which I didn't get the money to go, I was like, well, if I get to go, I'm definitely not going to have enough money for like the hotel and everything all put together. And I actually had offers of people saying, you know, hey, you can just stay at my crib during the event. So I thought that shit was like the coolest shit in the fucking world. But I didn't get to go, but just the ideal of that shit to me was great. What time is it? 1:05. I'm already gonna be on here for a minute, but not too much longer. But I don't know. There's 4 people in here now, so if you have anything that you do want to hear about, just ask me in the chat. But other than that, I'm just gonna keep rambling on. But yeah, I've actually met, not in person, but online. I've met people that have became like actual friends of mine through the fucking internet. Like, and I'm not gonna say he's not now, but we haven't talked very much lately. But one of my best friends on the internet was Whack4863. We haven't talked for a few months, but the thing is I'm telling you, like, we're when I say friends, like, I have a lot of acquaintances, but friends to me are people that if I didn't see him for 3 years and I seen him on the street, like, it would be just like we seen each other last week. Like, so I think me and him have talked like once in the last 6 to 8 months, probably. Yo, what up, Neo Cubist? And you know, the last time we talked, it was just like we just talked the week before. Have I? Oh, really? Good stuff, man. Do I plan on playing League what, tonight? Fuck no, I ain't playing League tonight, Zoomrock. I haven't even played Call of Duty tonight, to be honest. I wanted to, but I thought this would be a better thing to do, would be to come on here and just talk to people that that were subscribed. Oh yeah, the Black Ops 1 commentaries. I missed Black Ops 1. I actually went and played it a few months ago, and it just wasn't the same. It was all right. Black Ops 2, on the other hand, I played one game, and then halfway through the second game, I shut the console off. I was like, fuck this game. Even though I like Black Ops 2, I couldn't play it. The rap stuff really is, the real problem with the rap stuff is that I still love rap. I still love making music, but it's so time consuming, and then the end result of it, I'm just not satisfied with. Yeah, Josh is back on PS4. I unfortunately have Xbox. He does not. Even if I get an Xbox One, he's not going to get one. Well, it's all good though. I mean, me and Josh are still close friends. We just don't really talk like that anymore. But he's one example. There's a few people like that I've had, like, you know, talk to a lot. Chaos Silencer, I've talked to Jimmy for a few years now. We don't get together and play, really. I need to get Xbox One for that, but yeah, the rap music really came down to how do I say it? It kind of made me mad because I would post a rap song up and get, at the time, 2,000 or 3,000 views, and then I would go post up a 30-second vlog and get 5,000 views, 6,000 views, or I post up a commentary and get 2,000 or 3,000 views, and I was like, I didn't feel like, to me, that it got the recognition, the music got the recognition that I wanted it to. So I was like, it's kind of a waste of time. So a lot of, on the PC, yeah, that's, yeah, I can't play on PC at all. But yeah, I heard that PC Advanced Warfare is kind of messed up right now. It's a little buggy on the 360 and the One and PS4 from what I've seen. I think it's a good game, though. If they just fixed the fucking thing, it would be a good game. But yeah, the rap music, like I said, like, it only takes me, to be quite honest, a lot of the rap stuff that I've done only takes me 30 minutes to an hour to write. But I might sit down for a week just listening to a beat until I decide I want to write to it. Or some days I might sit down. I've sat down before and wrote 20 verses. In like 1 or 2 sittings in like one fucking night, basically. And then I went months without writing anything. So overall, it takes a lot of time to consistently put out good music. And if I'm not putting it out and getting the success from it that I want, then I feel like I'm kind of wasting time on it. That's the way I always felt about it. And then when I see somebody else that can post up a 2-minute vlog commentary and get 1 million views, that really like, not depresses me, but I don't know. It's not depressing, but it's disappointing. You never thought you would get as big as me. Well, you probably done passed me because my channel stopped growing. Yo, what up, Kurt Cobain? Well, that's picking the beat part is the picking the beat part to me is really hard because I don't like a lot of beats. I'm really, really picky. I have about 50 beats right now just sitting in my computer I could rap to, but my bad. Do I got him muted? Let me unmute you, Kurt Cobain, as long as you're not going to talk craziness, sir. I think you can talk now. We're talking about music right now. Talking about my YouTube music or whatever. But yeah, I've got verses right now. I've got probably 5 or 6 verses I wrote in the last couple of months that are just sitting on my computer. I've never recorded them. The most I did with them is spit them in a live stream on Twitch. Yeah, because the problem with that is when you're putting music, if you're not known already and you put something on YouTube, period, it's like shooting craps. Like you might win here and there, and then most of the time the house is going to win. So if no one knows who you are, if you don't have a lot of subs, it's really, really hard to get anywhere right now, especially consistently. Like my news videos, I made another channel. This guy says he can promote me on his tour. He's got Bill. Is that Billy Ray Cyrus? I think Billy Ray Cyrus is his picture. His name is Kurt Cobain. That's funny. But yeah, I've got another channel that I don't even know if it still exists. But I started up a hip hop news channel like last year, or the year before, probably 2 years ago. And I posted about 15 videos on them, and every one of those videos got at least, I think, 800 views to 1,000 or so. Well, that's the funny thing. Like I said earlier, me and P-Bat were never super close. I have nothing against the guy, but P-Bat hit me up. We knew each other somewhat when he had about 20,000 subs. And then he hit me up one day, and I went to his page, and he had like 200,000 subs. And I was like, holy shit, P-Bat. And he was like, yeah, can you help me out? He wanted to do a song or whatever. He was doing a song. And I was like, well, I can't teach you how to rap. And he was like, can you give me ideas? And I was like, I don't work like that. I can write some shit for you. So I wrote a verse for him for a song he was supposed to be doing with Sly Fox. I don't know if you remember that. I don't even know if that song ever came out. But him and Sly Fox were making a song. I think it did eventually come out a long time afterwards. I wrote like the first 8 bars out of his verse and gave them to him, and then he finished it off. And then to pay me back, I mean, because he didn't give me any money, I didn't ask him for any money. He did the Sonic rap song with me, which, if I'm not mistaken, I wrote that whole song, the verses and the hook. I wrote everything in that song. Which he didn't really pay me back because I got about 2,000 subs. He got about 1.5 million views off of it. I got 25,000 views off of it. So, you know, I don't know. I don't really feel like... I am muted as Mike. Why does it mute it again? Or did he mute it? Oh. Oh, I don't know if he's done with YouTube. I don't know. I never really watched him, but... Oh, and then he leaves. Anyways. So then P-Bat quit playing Xbox. Quit playing Call of Duty, at least. So we never played together. We never talked. I didn't think anything of it. You know what I mean? I never thought anything of it, and I just went on about doing what I was doing. And then I tried to hit him up a couple times, and he didn't respond. And I was like, oh, maybe he's busy. Then out of the blue, one time he hit me up and asked me to write a verse for a song. I wrote the verse for the song, shot it right over to him, and he put the song out and never contacted me again. So I just kind of left it at that. I'm not going to say he's a bad guy. I'm not going to say that anything bad about him. I just know that he don't hit me up no more. And I mean, it is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. That's how most of my YouTube career has went. I've talked to so many bigger commentators, and most of them talked to me for a while, and then they just kind of, you're not going nowhere, so I'm gonna quit talking to you. Or they were smaller channels than mine that talked to me all the time until their channel, all of a sudden, I go look at the page, and they blew the fuck up, and then they're like, don't have time to talk to me. But that's just how the game works. This is whatever. I mean, I can't cry about it. I can't blame anybody. I can't call anybody a dickhead because no one's came out and said, I don't talk to you because you're a smaller channel or anything like that. So I don't know what it is. I really don't know. I can just tell you that from 5 years of uploading videos on YouTube, this shit can be really easy or it can be really hard. And the thing is that there are things that I could try on YouTube to blow up. And I could possibly blow up. I just don't want to put the effort into doing them because the biggest thing with me is that I do YouTube. Here's the thing. Everybody that does YouTube, especially once you get partnered, until you get partnered or until you figure out what being partnered means, you start out doing it because you like doing it. Now, some people automatically start watching YouTube and automatically figure out that people are getting paid, and they make a channel because they want to get paid. But I'm saying when I started doing this, I knew there was money that could be made. But my main thing at first was just like, this is a platform for me to say whatever the fuck I want to say. And I enjoy that. So I liked making videos. Now, once I started making money, which was not much, $5 here, $10 there, my whole mind frame was, I'm doing something I enjoy and there's a possibility to make money. And then I seen how much money some other people was making. And it was like, okay, I can make a lot of money doing what I like to do. I just haven't got there. But at the end of the day, I still enjoy doing this shit. I still enjoy talking to people. I enjoy meeting new people. It's enjoyable to me to know that even if 5 people watch my video and really, really like it, and the rest of them just watched it, that those 5 people like got something out of the video. Whether they thought it was funny or they liked the topic or maybe I said something that resonated with them, or even, I'm not going to say advice because I don't really give advice, but, you know, if they, any of that stuff, like if they get advice out of my video, something that helps them, then that's fucking great too. So I don't know. The money, dude, if you can make money, this is what I tell everybody. You got to look at it from this aspect. This is what I tell everybody. Don't even think about it as YouTube. Think about it as anything. If you like to be, say you're at your home, and mostly women do this, but say you're at home and you like to garden. You like to fucking landscape your fucking front yard. That's what you like to do at home. And then all of a sudden, because you're making 20, 30,000, 40,000 a year at your job, but all of a sudden somebody rich comes up and says, I like your landscaping work. I'll pay you X amount of dollars to come do my yard. And say you go do it. And then he says, I got all these buddies that'll pay you. And the next thing you know, you can quit your job because you're making so much money doing something that you did for fun at home. What is your next goal going to be? Your next goal is going to be, I'm going to go landscape as many fucking yards as I can to make as much money as I can make. And that's the thing about making money on YouTube. If I can make money, I want to make the most I can make. The only downfall for me on growing my channel is I don't want to sacrifice the way I feel that I should be doing stuff just to get more views, to get more money. Now, you know, some of my news videos, I title them in a way that it's going to hopefully get more views and stuff like that. But I don't change the content. I always keep the content as close to I can as what I think I should be doing. If that makes any sense. I mean, same with music. I mean, I could dumb down my lyrics more, and I could talk about stupid shit and have a much better chance of getting big on music. But I would rather just not get nobody wants to listen, and it's something that I feel like is good, than to put out something that I think is garbage that everybody wants to listen to. So that's my biggest problem with YouTube. Plus, it is, I honestly feel like it is a true saying till this day. I don't care what aspect you want to put it in, music, YouTube, life in general. Good guys, and I'm not saying I'm a great guy, but I feel like I'm a somewhat of a good guy. I try to be a good guy. Put it that way. I try to be a good person. And nice guys finish last is usually a true statement. In most situations I've come across, it usually is a good statement. Half the times I meet people, like say I meet a good guy, or I meet a guy, right? And say like it's an acquaintance, and he's got a hot ass girlfriend. 90% of the time, even if he's a good guy, he's a dickhead to his girlfriend. Swear to God, 90% of the time that is the case. I very rarely. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like any of my best friends, old ladies, are ugly, but when I say a hot chick, I'm saying like, you know, when you see a chick and you're like, oh my fucking God, she's hot. They're usually with the dickhead. That's just how life works. I mean, he might not be a complete asshole to everybody, but he's probably an asshole to her. He's conceited, all that kind of stuff. And because that's why they like him. But you make $800 a month off YouTube? Shit, I don't make nowhere near no $800 a month off YouTube, if that's what you're talking about. But I feel like, personally, I think that is one of the reasons that my channel doesn't go where I want it to go, because I can't use like certain tactics that I know of to try to get more views or anything like that. Because even if only 200 or 300 people are watching my videos, I feel like I owe it to those 200 or 300 people to put out the content that evidently they like because they're watching the videos. So I don't know. That's my whole thing with it. The news, though, I'm gonna tell you, the news. I enjoy doing the news shit because I enjoy reading the news. I enjoy seeing crazy ass stories. I enjoy seeing what goes on in the world. So when I started doing the news videos, I started that because I was like, I can have fun with it. Some people will think it's funny. Some people won't like it, whatever. But news is one of the most like digestible types of content on YouTube. To me, I've seen it. I've got news videos that got 180,000 views, multiple videos with 50, 70,000 views. So Yeah. I don't know how to use SEO optimization. That's what I don't know how to do. I'm doing the news. I have a new channel. It's in my sub box. If you look at my channel right here, it's called the Breaking News Buffet. I think I got 4 videos up on it right now, but I just started that channel, and I actually got this green screen in the back. I'm trying to work with that a little bit. I don't know where I'm taking it yet, because some people are telling me that I shouldn't cuss in them, and I'm like, I like to cuss. Some people think that I should just do the news, period. Other people think I should share my opinion about it. Some people think I should make it funny. So I'm going to kind of try to combine all of that somewhat. Like, right now I haven't had any real funny stuff to talk about, but I'm going to try to make the reactions funny when the opportunity presents itself. I actually have a video going up on here, I think, that's going to ask a lot of my subscribers that are actually viewing the video to let me know, like, you know, their ideal of what they think, what it is that makes them want to watch my videos, so I can kind of take that and use it to try to, you know, give people what they want, basically. I need to figure out search engine optimization. I read some articles about it, and they were talking about that if you could figure out how to get your content in the search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, yada, 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 to where when someone searches for a certain word, your shit pops up on the front page, that your views will, like, go through the roof. Well, the only reason that people have told me I shouldn't cuss, and I do kind of agree with them and I don't agree with them, is they say the average viewer on YouTube is like 12 to 15 years old. Here's what I say. I don't give a fuck if you're fucking 7 years old. If you're on the internet, then you suffer the consequences of whatever. I can go on the internet right now. I can watch people chopping people up in pieces. People getting their fucking heads shot off live. I can watch pornos. I can see fucking any kind of cussing shit that I want. You know what I mean? So if I can do that, then any 12-year-old, any 10-year-old, any 7-year-old that knows how to use a computer can do the same shit. And if they run across my page, then oh well. That's the way I look at it. Because, you know, I got kids and I cuss around my kids, probably not as much as I cuss in regular life. Like, I try to tone it down a little bit. But if my son's in his room and I walk in there and he's watching Family Guy, I don't have a problem with that. Now, my old lady, you can have me on Skype, dude, and hit me up like tomorrow or something. We can talk about the SEO stuff or whatever. It's my Skype name's the same name as the channel right here. Just send me a request and type in the thing, hey, it's the Neo Cubist, and I'll add you on there. And we can talk tomorrow or the next day. Because I'm not going to be on here much longer. But the whole cussing thing is like I said, you know, my old lady for a while was like, I don't want him watching Family Guy and South Park because it's too crazy. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if he watches it or not. Like, I'm the type of person, my son's 15 years old. Do I want to think about, is my son in his room watching porn? No. If he is, do I think that he should be? No. Am I going to run in there and try to catch him? No. If we was watching, if my family was watching a movie right now, a rated R movie, and a sex scene pops up, I'm not going to be like, what are you doing? Turn your head away. Don't watch this. But my wife, on the other hand, would be like, you can't watch this. So different people have different opinions. Do I condone it? Am I going to say, hey, son, you got to go watch this show because it's got nudity? No. If it happens, it happens. I seen a porno when I was like 6 years old. I didn't know what the fuck it was. Nobody said, hey, here, watch a porno. I just stumbled across it, popped it in the VHS. They didn't have DVDs. The VHS player. Did I turn out to be a fucking porn fiend? No. Do I watch porn? Sometimes. Am I a sex fiend? No. That's the biggest problem. Parents think that, yeah, I see the thing on there just popped up. I'll go ahead and accept it now, but I'll probably talk to you. Just hit me up like if you see me on like tomorrow or the next day. Probably tomorrow afternoon or something. Parents think that if their kids see nudity and sexual situations at an earlier age, like 14, 15, 16, that they're going to be a fucking nympho, sex fiend, fucking weird person. Or if, they see a lot of drug usage on TV, they're going to want to use drugs. And I think completely opposite. I think if you teach your kids right from wrong, if you teach your kids what's right and wrong, and you don't, like, pressure them to not do things, if they're smart enough, which most kids are, they'll learn that what they want to do and what they don't want to do. And whatever they want to do, if they want to do drugs or drink or something, they're going to do it whether you tell them they can or not. So the best thing you can do is guide people and give them information to lead them to make the right decision. Well, the problem with that is here, because I'm going to get off here. I got to get off here and I got to pick my old lady up here in a minute anyways. But here's what I'm going to say. I've seen this from experience. When I was growing up, when I was about 16, when I got my license, when I was 16 years old, my mother, she was an alcoholic. She had a job. She drank on the weekends. Sometimes she'd get shit-faced drunk on the weekends, but she didn't drink during the week or none of that shit. Nothing crazy like that. And here's what she told me. She said, I know you're going to go out and you're going to run into friends that want to drink, want to do drugs and do this and that. And she said, I can't stop you from doing it. I advise against it, but if you do any of it, I want to be, somewhat responsible for you. So she told me, she said, if you want to drink, I know you're going to do it anyways. So if you really want to drink, tell me what you want. I'll go to the liquor store and get it. You can drink it at the house and you can't leave the house that day. And I said, okay. I did that maybe 2 times. And I found out that it was no fun drinking at your house and you can't leave. And honestly, drinking, I was like, it don't do much for me because I feel stupid when I'm drunk. And I still drank here and there, because I had friends that did it when I was 17, 18, 19. I still drink very, very seldomly. But here's what I'm saying about this. Okay, some of my good friends I went to public school, regular ass school. Some of my good friends at that time went to a fucking Catholic school. They had cars. They had parents that were successful, had nice cars, nice houses, and all that shit. And, some of my closest friends were like, yo, can we get some alcohol? And I'm like, I guess. Dude, I didn't drink hardly at all the first summer I had my license. All my rich Catholic friends, they basically let me drive their cars. We used to go cruise around. They don't do that shit no more, but we used to go drive around on Green River Road. It's a little strip of road by the mall on one end. There was another mall on the other end. Everybody hung out there, drove around, showed off their little cars. Dude, I drove up and down that shit every day, all summer in different cars because my friends would get alcohol, they get drunk, I drive around. Anywhere I wanted, do anything I wanted in their car as long as I drove them with me. But the point of this is they were so into getting drunk and getting high and trying anything they could because, and I seen this firsthand from staying at their houses all the time. I used to spend the night at all their houses. I'd hop house to house to house every week, just hanging out or whatever. All their parents were like, you better not be out drinking and doing drugs. You better not be having sex. When on the other hand, my mom was like, if you're going to do it, I can't stop you. And I'd like to know if you do it. I'm not going to ground you if you do it, but I want to know if you do it. My mother at 16 was like, I hope you're not, but you might be having sex. And if you might be having sex, I wanted to make sure you at least have these condoms. Here you go. The other kid's parents was like, don't be having sex till you're married. Don't do this. And they were all out trying to do all of that shit. Who is this? It's Twitter. They were all out trying to do all that shit. And I don't know. That's just like, to me, cigarettes are another story. I'm addicted to these fucking things. But alcohol and drugs, I never got addicted to any of those things because, in my mind, they weren't worth the time. Like, look, I got drunk a couple times. I got drunk a few times. Went out in public. Went to, like, not clubs because I wasn't even 21. But, like, there used to be, like, a pool hall that everybody hung around with we played spades. Sometimes played pool, played music on the jukebox, all that kind of good shit. Probably about 20, 30 people every night that I pretty much knew every one of them. And the few times that I got drunk and went to places like that or went to like Pizza Hut, I knew I was drunk. And I'm looking at all these people and I'm thinking they're sober and they know I'm fucking drunk. And it just gave me this weird feeling. I didn't enjoy it. So luckily I could go buy a big ass thing of Jack Daniels and it lasts me 2 years now, or whatever kind of whiskey. That's all I drink. I don't like beer, none of that. It lasts me 2 or 3 years because I don't drink like that. My mother is actually and she would get mad if she knew I was talking about her on here. That's just, she's weird like that. But my mother actually was great because it's a long story, and you can actually go back on my channel, and it's called Modern Warfare 3, The Story of My Life, Part 1 through like 10. And I kind of go over a lot of this stuff. But to me, my mother's amazing because my mother had a hard life. My mother right now can't afford cable, doesn't have the internet. She just recently got a cell phone, and she gets on Facebook through her cell phone. She doesn't... it's not that she couldn't go get cable, but she doesn't make enough money to afford cable and live comfortably. So she won't get cable because she said $40, $50 a month is too much money to pay for cable. But she's had it hard. She's had it hard all her life. Like, you know, back when she was growing up, it was the hippie phase. So she had friends die from like doing drugs and shit. She dabbled in a lot of drugs, like fucking anything you can think of back in the day, LSD, speed, all this. She actually gave me a list. But when I was 16, she gave me a list. And the list went like this. I don't want you to do drugs, but I can't stop you. And if you do, here is a list of drugs in order. Some of them I highly would advise you not to do, and others are a little bit less dangerous, right? Like she was like, speed pills, they're gonna do this to you, and they could kill you or do this to you or whatever. You know, she'd be like, please don't huff fucking paint or whatever. Like, you know, like the whole list of these drugs and what they're gonna do to me, if they could kill me, if they could make me have a seizure or anything like that. And basically was like, here you go. Do whatever you want, but I feel bad if you go do one of these drugs and I didn't tell you about it, type of things. So, you know, to me, that was a great thing. Most people would say, your mother was irresponsible. And I'm like, my mother kept me from being an alcoholic, a drug addict, and all kinds of other shit the way she raised me. If she would have raised me like some of the people that I hung around with, parents raised them, I'd be a fucked up human being, I feel like. And some of those guys turned out great. Some of those guys turned out to be fucked up ass human beings. Come from like Catholic families and Christian families, and they're like the fucking black sheep of the family now. So different things work for different people. I don't know. I mean, I keep going talking about some of this stuff a little bit. Like I'm not going to go into the whole backstory. If you want to know the whole backstory, you have to go watch. Like I said, it's Modern Warfare. And I'm not trying to promote videos here. I'm just saying I've already said a lot of this in those videos. I did a thing, Modern Warfare 3, The Story of My Life series. It's in a playlist on my channel. But, you know, I didn't live with my mother from the time I was 5 till I was like 15 because, just briefly, she was poor, on the street. Oh, no problem, dude. No problem. She was poor, basically almost on the streets, jumping from boyfriend to boyfriend. And when I was 5 years old, she got her jaw broken by one guy. And they had to wire it shut. She couldn't raise me, basically. And my father's parents, my grandparents on that side, they didn't want him paying child support, so they offered to adopt me. Well, she didn't want to do that at first, but she couldn't afford to take care of me, so they were like, yeah, you'll see me anytime you want, yada, yada, yada. They didn't have money, but they're middle class or whatever, so she eventually decided to do it. And it didn't work out the way we thought, because for about 6 or 7 years, I barely saw her because they wouldn't let me see her. But that's neither here nor there. That's all in the thing. But anyways, all that time went by. My mother had 2 other kids. And when I was 15, I left from over there, went with her, and, you know, it was like nothing ever changed. I mean, I you know, she could have just been like, yeah, I couldn't see him for 6 years, so I got other kids to think about now and things like that. But she never treated me like that. And that's why all the stuff, like all the shit that she's done for me, I really appreciated. And I know a lot of people that won't say that about their parents till they get 40, 50 years old. They don't look at their parents like that. So, you know, like I said, you can hear all this shit on my channel on that series or whatever. But we're going way off subject to YouTube now. Anyways, it's getting late here. It's like, we're not late, but it's 2 in the morning. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and end this. I've been on here, I don't even know how long. It doesn't give me a timer. I'd have to go to like the control room or something. I'm not gonna do that right now. But I've been on here a while, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the sitting around. I was trying to get people to come into the chat thing, but all my friends that I knew would come into it, into the hangout, aren't home. And all the people that are home were like, I don't want to get on there or whatever. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy your new year. I'm not doing any New Year's resolutions. I'm not trying to tell you guys any inspirational shit for the new year. But I do want to thank you guys for coming by. Hopefully you guys enjoyed sitting here listening to me ramble on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content going up on the page. And I'm just going to say have a good year, because, you know, every year, any year could be the last year. You know what I mean? Like, anything could happen. So whatever you do this year, make sure that you ain't got to accomplish. I've been on 2 hours and 42 minutes. Good God. You don't have to accomplish anything big. You don't have to do anything miraculous or spectacular. But all I can say is 2015, make it the best year you can make it, because we don't know how many more years we're going to get. And you don't want to be looking back at every year talking about how much you hated it. So even if you're fucking dead broke, do whatever you can to make sure you're having fun, enjoying yourself, and enjoy life. And I'm going to hop off here. Thank you for coming out. Later, guys.